Hello everyone, how you doing? Hello Rocket. But oh, like, yeah, traumatized coworker winning an argument. MCs are kids. Yeah, definitely. Promise Neverland is also a good one for that. I don't know. I am everywhere. I cannot word right now. Hello. I just, man, one weekend goes by and I forget all of the buttons for everything. But how you doing, Rocket? As I completely butchered what you said before I started. Let me see. Oh, also, you guys won't be able to see until, I think Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. But I updated the thing that I use for my randomized clips. So now you won't be seeing the same, like, 10 clips every single time I have to do a BRB screen. It'll actually randomize this time. Let's see, I was going for sheer shock value. That's true. But also, like, Promised Neverland, it's just, like, first episode, you see a dead kid. Just very first episode. But that's good that you're doing good. Okay, let's go over here and... Let's see. And okay. Oh wait, I need to make sure I do stuff over here. Okay, we got it. No, I don't want to do a new game. I almost made a mistake. This one. The manual save.
You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
Bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems.
Let's transcend this world together.
That is a nice touch, having like the little voice lines. Oh yeah, our little Tamagotchi. Let's see. What impression do you have on teachers? Smart, shady? Oh, of teachers. I was like, what? Smart, shady workplace. I guess smart. Everyone is the main character of a mobile game. Let's see. Oh, adult will not grow any further. Oh, okay. So... Open album. Oh, I see. Okay. Heresy. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we need to reset eyeballies and start from the beginning. Current character will leave to another timeline. Yeah. That should be fine. Time to say goodbye. We'll see you in another timeline. Bye-bye. See, is this new one gonna... Can you answer more questions so I can become an adulty? What do you think of AI? Amazing. Not really. They got a very pessimistic eye. Well, seeing a dead kid isn't as bad as seeing two get mutated. One activity good. Yeah. I guess that's right. Okay. So, for anybody who wasn't here last time, we went into her mind and we saw some weird things. The one child that we met got huge. So about Gen.
Do you know someone named Gen Ishiagane? He appeared in your dream.
A whole lot. Oh no, she's gonna refuse to answer. About Shoma.
Shoma Enda. I know you know about him. Can you tell me about your relationship with him?
What is the Nirvana Initiative?
The Nirvana Initiative. Is it some sort of plan?
Puta, help me out here! Where is Boz?
I haven't seen her. She probably hasn't arrived at Abyss HQ yet.
Okay, what about Tokiko?
Tokiko Shigure is not a suspect. We can't detain her without clear grounds to do so.
Yeah,
So we
that
have
makes
to
sense.
release her. I guess we have no choice.
Yeah. About the Somnium.
You don't have to explain. The images shown in Somnium are all displayed here in the control room.
Hey, just ignoring
It
us.
seems you have many questions for me.
Yes, and you
but
didn't
I
answer a single
apologize.
one.
I'm afraid I have prior engagements. Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Oh?
I would be happy to share more information with you then. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I don't know if she's telling the truth, though. Boss better not be dead again. I hope not. We already had one half of a body. We don't need a new half of body.
Wait, where's Pewter?
He went to see Tokiko off.
I see. So, what do I do now?
Figure that out yourself.
Let's see. Ooh. Ask to tie me up in tortoiseshell rope binding, become a Major League Baseball player, go see again in Shoma, go eat pancakes.
They already did that yesterday. No more for a while.
Why not? Come on, just a little bit.
Pancakes.
You think this is a damn joke? Don't make me sentence you to a panting!
What?
A panting?
What is that?
There's not even a little information thing that shows up. Okay, fine, we'll be a baseball player.
I know. I'll become a major leaguer.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Rude. Go see Gen and
In that
Shoma.
somnium earlier, Gen appeared. And Shoma did too.
So Tokiko definitely knows them. And yet...
At least to some level.
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Tama, what time is it now?
A little past 1300. We have almost 9 whole hours until the appointed time.
Wow, that's a lot of time.
Anyway, let's talk to Gen and Shoma. Where are they now?
Well, I can't track down either of them. Either their phones are out of battery, their GPS is off, or they're somewhere without any signal.
Then we'll have to take a guess. Maybe Shoma is at school.
No, he hasn't been there in a while.
He hasn't been going to school?
It seems not.
I mean, he's making robots, so...
Well, I'll get to that later. So then Shoma must be at home. Or...
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too.
At the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Gen is probably at his restaurant or the warehouse district at the port. He once told me he loves the warehouse district and that he goes there all the time to look at the sea.
So we have 4 destinations to check. Let's get moving.
Has he ever come across Alice? Or... She's going to be dead 9:30 right side laying on her desk. No! If I'm right, you can ban me for a day. We'll see. I don't think they would hurt Boss like that, but you never know. Let's see. Let's go in order, I suppose. Got 9 hours until we have to be at Nizit Laws, so it should be fine. Oh hey. Oh
Shoma,
yeah.
The director of Horodori Institute, Chikara Horodori, was killed. Did you know about that?
Kids like,
Why are you asking me? Of course I know.
oh,
A killer calling himself Terror did it. But he hasn't been caught yet.
That's why. I want you to help me. Help me uncover Terror's identity.
I was 100% like predicting him being like, why are you asking me? What's your relationship with Tokiko?
What?
Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure. I think you might know her. Then what about NICE? Tokiko is the president of NICE.
Why does that matter?
It matters. Terror is definitely related to the QR video.
Not Boss, but Purple Lady. Oh, maybe. It really does seem like that would be the case.
There's a high probability that the video was made by Tokiko, who's the president of NICE.
So what? Leave me alone. Please. I just want to be left alone.
About your phone's GPS being
I had
turned
my
off.
phone turned off
Why?
because there was no reason to turn it on.
I heard you haven't been going to school. If you don't mind, could you tell me why?
I do mind, but can't you tell? I'm all alone, just like that Jin person.
Jin?
I read about it online. He had been sick for a long time. I don't know what his condition is called or whatever, but it was some sort of chronic disease. He was sick since he was young. Stayed in the hospital for a long time, didn't have any friends. According to the article, he took his classes from the hospital. I felt bad for him. One is lonely enough as it is, but he's only one half.
Poor kid. He's not at school because his dad is goofy looking and he's smart. He stands no chance from the bullies. That's true. About the QR
I
code.
don't know much about that video. I barely even watched it.
But you
I only
deciphered
know about
it.
Bats 490.
Oh,
That
right.
reminds me, you haven't told me the details of Bats 490 yet. The rumor is, people who decoded that video message have gone missing. But they all left behind the same clue. I've learned the secret of the world, but you haven't disappeared. Why?
Don't ask me. All I did was decrypt the code. I didn't go anywhere. The only thing I know for sure is that Bats 490 is an ARG. It's just a game. But the Nirvana trial, on the other hand...
Nirvana trial?
Are you gonna tell me more about that, or what's the Nirvana?
It's a video that's been going viral. It was uploaded to ViewCube first, and then it blew up from there. A bunch of people who watched it have gone missing.
Ryuki, I found the video. Do you want to see it?
Yes, please.
No, I'll watch it later.
Oh,
This is more important right now.
no.
Just so I have the facts
I wanna
straight.
watch the video.
This is completely different from the QR video and Bats 490, right?
I already told you, Bats 490 is just a game. No one really went missing, and it had nothing to do with the secret of the world. But the Nirvana trial is different. It's not just a game, it's real. There's something seriously messed up about it.
You've seen it?
No, I was too scared. But people are going missing, one after the other.
Tama, any information on these missing people?
There are about 90,000 people who go missing in Japan each year. That means, on average, about 1,730 people go missing each week. This week, there have been 1,880 missing persons reports filed. That's 150 more than the average, but I can't say whether that's related to the video or not.
Maybe partially. Oh no, there's a question I couldn't
Sorry.
ask.
I need to go somewhere.
No!
Wait, we're not done here.
We're not
You
done!
can keep the door unlocked. See ya.
But you might get robbed if I lock the door. Or if I don't lock the door.
I can't believe it. He actually left. What kind of person goes out and leaves a stranger in his home?
I mean, I guess we are kind of police.
Nothing we can do.
But like,
Looks like we'll have to get moving too.
even then. It's a toy robot. Is there anything that can... Refrigerator?
The
I
kitchen
can't...
is lewd, don't you think?
What?
How?
It's the kitchen. You're not gonna elaborate on that? Okay.
It's an Adder Rooster doll.
At a rooster. So like an adder rabbit. It's probably from the same series.
Ryuki, there's Moraemon inside the closet!
Doraemon.
Yeah, okay.
See anything else in here?
Whew, this really takes me back. I remember playing with drawers when I was young. I would make stairs out of them and climb up.
Are you sure you're an AI? So cute.
I'm cuter.
What are you getting jealous for?
Getting jealous. Looks like a doll made for the quiz. Old-fashioned chest of drawers. What quiz? What quiz? Okay. Toolbox.
Okay, question for you.
Hi.
What do you call an older woman who can't keep her hands off you?
Cougar?
A masseuse.
No, the answer is cougar.
What? Come on.
Quiz King trophy. Hello, Saikai. How you doing? Family altar. Oh.
It says it's okay to fall off the horse. You're a saddle, after all. It's incredibly deep.
Huh.
Is it?
Lucky laugh game. The face parts are all out of order.
It's a picture of Ame no Uzume, the goddess of entertainment and laughter. A long, long time ago, when Amaterasu Omikami hid in the cave of Ama no Iwato, the world was covered in darkness. Troubled, the
Because of
gods had a
Orochi?
meeting and decided to have Ame no Uzume dance for them. And so, Uzume dropped her hips down low and danced her butt off, her breasts swinging this way and that. Then, the gods burst out into laughter. Amaterasu, who was hiding in the cave, said, "Huh? What's going on? Those people outside are partying it up! Man, I gotta get out there!" Amaterasu quietly opened the cave and peeked outside. She was then yanked out from hiding, and light returned to the world.
Uzume is kind of amazing.
Ugh, a true soul of a comedian. This is why she's known as the goddess of entertainment and laughter.
I don't remember her in Okami, but it has been a while. I think I took a good nap because I accidentally slammed into my door. Oh no! Hopefully you're okay. CRT TV, there's a strange protrusion on the top. Just seeing if there's anything secret.
Okay, question for you.
Another one. Oh.
What do you get when you change the D's in Diddy to T's?
Come on, Aduki.
Oh, come on, say it.
It's an answer button for the quiz. Machine part, remote control.
Katsu are kind of erotic, aren't they?
Tama!
So,
There's so many things where she just says these comments and then nothing comes from it. Oh, there's a little, I can't click on the drawing. Squeaky toy hammer here.
Ugh, I'd love to smack Ryuki's ass with that folding fan.
that's a wonderful dream to have. I hope it comes true for you someday.
The sarcasm. Greenery in a garden can be seen out of the window. Okay, I think that's everything we can click on. So let's go to the department store for no reason. Yeah, Tama is cute. She does have like an innocent way of being lewd.
Ryuki, why did you come here?
I thought Shoma might be here. I still need to ask him some questions.
But it looks like he's not here.
Looks like it.
Anyway, no point in staying here.
Other than looking at
Unless
everything.
you're planning on doing a ritual to summon UFOs.
Yay.
Maybe another time.
Let's go somewhere else.
Are we sure Tama ain't bad? It is up in the air, it seems. She might be down bad, though. An amusement park ride that shakes when you insert a coin. Small train running along the railroad tracks. Flowers are in bloom. There's a bench. Just seeing if there's anything she'll comment on. Ferris wheel. Spinning airplane ride. Stage used for events. Selling balloons here. It's a ride that loops around the rooftop when you use the pedal. Okay. Yeah, she has nothing to say about anything here, really. Brahmin world cuisine. Okay, that's fun about that. We find the door has one though. Oh no. Big man's. Oh, and you.
Mame is here too.
Why are you here?
There's something I wanted to ask Gen.
And what would that be?
Well,
I find it funny. It's like, oh, you're here too. It's like, wait, I was here first. Tama is less lewd in her eye form, but she's definitely as lewd as I am in her human form. Oh no.
It's
How are you?
all right now.
Tama.
Half fight! Half for all, we are full-time heroes!
Hey, that's my thing.
Right? I wonder if that's the only My Hero thing that's gonna be referenced here. Are you okay?
I'm not sure why, but she seems to be a bit down today. I'm sure she'll be back to her usual self eventually. Please let her be for now.
What's wrong?
Maybe she lost 50,000 yen on pachinko slot machines.
No, maybe.
This isn't boss we're talking about.
Oh no, boss.
Well, it's better than having loose slots in other ways.
Tama!
Wait,
No, you know.
Tama!
no, I don't.
Tama, oh my god. Anyway, about your phone's GPS being turned off, apparently.
It just ran out of battery.
You're watching too much porn.
Don't you have a softer way of saying that?
You're watching too much porn.
That's not what I meant.
Gotcha sucks. Yeah, gotcha takes a lot of money. About Tokiko.
Again, do you know a woman named Tokiko Shigure?
Never heard that name before.
Oh, she has, though.
Yeah. Who is this Tokiko person?
The president of an ideological society called Nizet Laws, or NICE.
Nice. You mean that secret society or whatever?
Yeah,
It actually exists? I thought it was just an urban legend.
I thought so too.
So what's that got to do with the case?
I explained the details of Bats 490 in the QR video to him. I told him it's highly likely that Nyes made the QR video, among other things.
So I tried searching through Tokiko's memories using a certain device. While I was in there, I saw you.
I see. But I'm telling you, I don't know this person you're talking about. It could be someone else wearing the same mask.
That doesn't sound...
It's also possible that Tokiko knows Gen, but not the other way around.
True. About the Nirvana Initiative.
Is there anything you can tell me about the Nirvana Initiative?
What is that? Is it some sort of plan?
I think so.
She knows things.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Probably because of Iris.
Hariyuki, there's something bothering me.
Tama, not the time for lewd comments, right? Casually pulls out card for yelling. Yeah. I definitely have a few gotcha games, but I've learned my lesson on using money on them. Got to use your control shift N for smart big guides. Harder to track. On your phone though?
Something is wrong with Amame.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She doesn't seem very energetic today.
No, not that. Her heart rate jumped dramatically earlier. Right when she heard the words Tokiko and Nirvana Initiative.
What?
Just realized messed up the name. Oh well. It's okay. Kinda Tsukomi? What is Tsukomi? Tsukomi. What is that? Oh, it's part of Japanese comedy, it seems. That makes sense with the komi in it. The playing around one? I don't know. Right, slap some sushi rice on it, spin it, and no, idiot. Okay. I wonder which one we're gonna get this time around. Hey, Amame, about the Nirvana Initiative.
Do you know something about the Nirvana Initiative?
About Tokiko.
Do you know Tokiko?
Are you hiding something?
Mame, are you hiding something?
Did you cut that man's in half? Gen's in the kitchen. Seems to be prepping some food. Okay, I'm gonna look in your brains. I'm gonna look in there. Japanese game shows are wild and totally worth watching. Yeah, I need to watch some more. Oh. Amame, are you,
It's okay, it's okay.
Are you under hypnosis
We'll be fine.
or some kind?
What was that?
I don't know.
She is not having a good time mentally.
Hey, Gen. There's something I want to ask Mame. How do you think I can get her to talk to me?
Let's see.
Oh, Amelie was the other one.
It's trivia, so maybe if you frame your question like a quiz?
A quiz?
Ooh,
A quiz.
I see.
Hey, Mame.
What kind of pan?
What kind of pan can you not cook with?
The answer is simple. Panties.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
whoops. Oh, the highest mountain in the world is.
The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. But what is the second highest mountain?
K2.
I wasn't asking you.
Oh no. The last man on
The
Earth.
last man on Earth heard a knock on his door. Who was it? No good, huh? The answer was a woman.
Oh
Nope, that's wrong too.
no.
The answer is LGBTQ+. You're sorely mistaken if you think there are only men and women in this world, dumbass.
The price of a ball.
The ball together cost 110 yen. The bat is 100 yen more expensive than the ball. So, how much does the ball cost?
I was thinking the answer for that last one was death. You would think 10 yen is the correct answer. If the price of the ball is 10 yen, that would make the price of the bat 110 yen, which would add up to 120 yen, and therefore the answer is 5 yen and the bat is 105 yen. How cheap is that? It's probably more expensive than Ryuki's bat and balls. What? Okay. This is the same one unless I'm forgetting the face. Yeah, the other one, her name was Kizuna. The one that's voiced by Amelie is Kizuna. This is the mermaid, not the idol. Okay, I guess she's not even answering those. So yeah, she has to be under some kind of hypnosis, possibly.
Oh, I know. Maybe if you play that song.
What song?
One moment, please. I'll get it ready.
Yeah, Amelie voices Kizuna. She's Mizuki's friend.
Late at night, I get a call from you. Satellites circle and fade from view. My voice wavers and my words fail me. So I'll sing. In the dark, the shadows settle in. We embark, but cannot see a thing.
Yeah, the same Amelie. That is, I think her name's Monarch, right? Or does she just go by Amelie still? I'm not sure. But yeah.
There is hope within that shining light. The morning sun sees flowers bloom in snow. There is rain within those cheerful eyes. Where it falls, a gorgeous green will grow. And in time, even if the colors turn gray, those memories of you and me, those effervescent days, they will never change. They will never fade.
Kind of disappointed she wasn't a suspect in the game. It would be cool to see if they reference Amelie. I mean,
Thanks, Genny.
we're still pretty
think I
early
feel a
on
bit
in
better.
here.
That's good.
Looks like Amame is back to her usual self.
So she could be a suspect later on. I punch his forehead. What? You like the warehouse district, don't you?
Did I say something like that before?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you did.
I have fond memories of the warehouse district. I go there every morning and...
You always stop by there after stocking up at the market, right?
Do you go buy stock every morning?
Yes, since I can't store meat or fish in the freezer.
And the freezer in the back doesn't open anymore.
Why not?
I can't find the key.
The freezer is locked.
Yes, though I can still use the refrigerator, so I'm able to manage for now.
I feel like that'll be important at some point in the future. Doing prep work?
Yes, I'm doing prep work for tonight. I can't make the dishes in advance, so I have to start from scratch every day.
Huh. Is the restaurant doing well?
It's doing all right. I can only do what I can to make my customers happy.
But you don't want Matsushita Diner to show you up, right?
No.
Of course not.
Fair enough. Getting in the kitchen, he's prepping some food. Okay. Why were you feeling down earlier?
It was nothing.
Did you get jilted or something?
No. I just lost 50,000 yen on pachinko.
Oh, she did.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, I would also be sad if I lost that much money on gambling. Just remembered the ending the song at the ending of this game when we played Date, right? Then you will be bathed in light. That was like the one song that they had, and now we've had two at least. So we'll probably get a whole bunch more in this one. What was that song from earlier?
I was going through a very painful time of my life. It was so bad that I didn't even want to go on. Then, Genny played that song from earlier.
You mean he wrote it?
Well, yes.
Oh.
The title is The Flower That Blooms in Snow.
Aw.
He recorded it on a cassette and gave it to me as a present.
That's sweet.
Is that?
It's a portable cassette player. Are you familiar with them?
This is my first time seeing one in person. That's a Volkman, right?
I always have the cassette player on me with the tape inside.
Wow, impressive. I didn't realize that not only are you a good cook, but you can write songs too.
This is a bit embarrassing.
Large, big stock pot. Okay. So now, let's look at the not Walkman. A Volkman, kind of a cassette player. The cassette in the song is The Flower That Blooms in Snow. The song was recorded with some kind of vocal synthesizer. You got a Vocaloid? Did you use a new thou? Wild. Hopefully we can mute Thomas Loot Thoughts. Well, there's been 2 songs so far. I can tell it's going to be many more. Yeah. About Tokiko.
I only know her name from the internet. I just love stories about the occult and conspiracy theories. And when I looked up Nyes, that name came up.
Then what about the Nirvana Initiative?
I read about that on the internet too. It was on an occult news site. Supposedly, there's some sort of sinister plan by that name. But that's all that was written about it. Really, I'm telling the truth. Trust me.
Meh.
We didn't get leads despite all that time we
What
spent.
is the internet are you on,
Neither of
girl?
them had any information on Tokiko.
But if that's true, why was Gen in Tokiko's Somnium?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's investigate somewhere else for now.
CRT TVs and a not Walkman. Why are there older tech in futuristic Japan? I don't know. Maybe it's just like these characters are nostalgic. More so this character. I feel like the other one is probably like they don't have enough money to actually get a newer TV. I'm gonna take another nap and
Ryuki, why are we
potty
here?
my door when I wake up.
Remember
Okay,
how
have
I
fun.
said before that I like nature? The sea is also a part of nature. By the way, Tama, look over there.
That's...
It's her.
You know them?
Oh, no. Not really. I've just seen them around before.
Dressed kind of strangely, don't you think? Maybe they're coming back from a cosplay event.
Yeah, maybe. They're a white mage.
Excuse me.
They're cosplaying their OC.
I'm sorry, do you have a minute?
You.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Who are
I
you?
don't need to tell you anything.
Hope I win after the 17th match. Hopefully. I'm rooting for ya. Do you know me? I think with how Risa, explained the wing sync, we should be able to safely do this.
What's going on? What could he be plotting?
Wow, there was nothing in there. Why are you dressed like that?
None of your business.
This person has really high brain
You're
defenses.
beginning to annoy me. Would you please leave?
Annoy you?
Fine. Then I will take my leave instead. The day to take action is approaching, and I must stop the plan.
Stop what?
Huh.
There she goes.
So
What was she
they're
talking about?
not the mastermind, it seems.
Cosplay band, maybe?
I've never heard of a plan like that.
Then maybe it's a family plan. Whatever the case, I think it's clear that that woman isn't all there. Let's forget about it. More importantly...
On to the next place, huh?
So it was a good thing we came here. I wonder if the lady's
It
still in
says
there.
Okiura Fishery.
Okiura is Mizuki's maiden name, but I think that's unrelated to this case.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I know!
Our warehouse is lined up here. Okay. So yeah, it was a good reason that we came here. False now CRT TVs are more expensive than flat screens TVs due to LCDs. Well, I'm saying they probably have had it like for forever. And they stopped supporting AV cords back in 2010. Oh, did they? Huh. What if it's just not plugged in, but they don't want to get rid of it? They don't want to get rid of it because they don't actually have a TV. Yoyagi Park.
Ryuki, you look tired. Are you okay?
After all that, we haven't made any progress at all.
Has this man slept
It
at
takes
all?
a toll, knowing you've wasted your time on a case like this.
Why don't you rest for a bit?
Yeah, take a nap.
I plan on it. That's why I came here. This place is always therapeutic for me.
Like, you should sleep.
Is that...
You should sleep.
Leon,
Oh, that man.
What's he doing here?
let's go find out.
Probably wandering around looking for love.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's you. What you drinking?
Oh, this? It's Alfred. Non-alcoholic beer.
Oh yeah,
I
you
really
brought that
love
up.
This drink. It was in that vending machine, so I got one.
What you doing?
I was watching the sky.
The sky?
Yeah, like I told you. I've dreamed about being up in the sky since I was a little kid. I always wanted to be a pirate.
You mean pilot?
Unless he wants to be a sky pirate. That'd be fun. Do you know about the Nirvana trial?
And that's the
Wait,
video
wait.
that everyone's talking about online,
Oh, right.
right?
Yeah, it's an
I haven't
online
seen
video.
it myself, but I've heard of it. And I heard a bunch of people that watched it have gone missing. Though, who knows if that's all true. Supposedly, there's some complex hidden message in that video. Just like Bats 490. I don't know much else.
Let's see. It's possible to still use a TRT TV, but the costs for AV adapters, I don't think a TV will keep working for 40 plus years. That's true. Unless they got it like at the very late lifespan of the TV. Space Pirate counts too, yeah. Coming back, because I just realized if you want one of those eyes, like Tama or Aiba, do you have to already have lost an eye, or can you just get an eye taken out and then you get you a fake eye? I don't know, because for both, we don't know why this guy has the eye. But for Mizuki and for Date, they both lost their eyes. So, I mean, in theory, I would assume that they can just out the eye. You probably wouldn't be able to keep the original eye, though. Let's see, why are you here?
I like this part. It's quiet, peaceful, serene.
I know the feeling.
It's the perfect place to be left alone with your thoughts.
Hey.
I agree. But what were you thinking about?
Oh, I just got a request from someone. I agreed to do it on the spot, but no, I'm not sure if it was the right choice. I've been wondering if I should have refused instead.
What was the request?
Can't tell you that. It's confidential.
But what if you told me anyway? What if I look into your brain and see what the request was?
Well, I don't know the situation exactly, but I understand what you're asking. You want to get inside that facility and take a look around. Maybe there's something there. Though I didn't see anything last time I was there. Oh well. I'll accept your request. So stop making that face, alright? Cheer up, please.
Facility?
Interesting.
I don't know.
By tonight, he must have meant today. The night of the 12th, right?
I would assume so. You did say he just got the request.
Who did it come from?
I can't tell.
Anyway, I'll be going now.
Okay.
Looks like you've got a lot on your plate, but try not to overdo it. See ya.
Yeah, let's take a little nap in the park.
By the way, Ryuki, about the Nirvana trial.
Now that you bring it up, we haven't watched the video yet.
Wanna watch it?
Yeah, play it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please play it for me?
Very well.
Let's see. Oh. There have definitely been couples in these. Man robs ghost? What? A bunch of toilets, okay. Got the same audio from the QR video. And then also the man getting his head crushed. Huh.
Hey. Ryuki? Are you okay?
Are we hijacked again? I'm so interested in like why him watching the videos seems to get him hijacked, because Tama seems unaffected. It just seems to be him.
What? What? It can't be. How? Why is it suddenly nighttime?
Don't you know? The Earth rotates toward the east, so...
What was I doing all this time?
You've been standing there? Like an NPC that froze up. Hey, what happened?
That's what I'd like to know. I watched that video and then I came to and now we're here. What time is it, Tama?
21:30.
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Oh no, we're late. No, wait.
This is bad. We need to hurry.
We're gonna be late.
Sheesh.
Got half an hour to get there. But yeah, I really want to know. Oh. Well. Seems you're right, Rocket.
It can't be.
This can't be happening.
Anyway, let's look at our Tamagotchi. Do you like insects? Tasty. It depends. Sure. I'll enjoy drinking with you, E. Childy, tell me more, E. Okay, so the glass doll is broken. Still shattered. Right half of Tokiko's body is on the desk. It was just a lucky guess I haven't played the game yet. It's all good. There's a strange statue. Lights hanging from the ceiling. Nye's symbol. Houseplant. Okay, I'm just saying if there's anything of note before we look at it.
You should talk to Mamoru before checking the body.
Okay. Hello. The sensitivity is so wild. Okay. Is there only one way in and out of this room?
Yeah, that door is the only way in or out.
Why did it turn back to the corpse? Are there any security cameras in this room?
Of course not.
That is a security flaw.
Camera in their own room.
That is a security flaw. How was the body found?
The president informed me that you'd be here at 2200, so I let you through into this room. Then, her body.
When did you last see her?
I think it was around 1400. The president got back from seeing the police, returned to this room, and I haven't seen her since.
You didn't check
I'm
on
not
her?
always in the president's office.
You didn't check on her for 8 hours? For 8 whole hours? Not even a peek? Not even a thing of like, hey, you all good in here? Do you need any snacks? Do you need to use the bathroom? Do you need some hydration? Do you need anything? For 8 whole hours?
I'm usually on standby in the room outside. I only come here when called.
Tokiko has been in this room since 2 p.m.?
She should have been, yeah.
Has anyone entered or left the room?
No one.
Is it possible that someone was in there before 2 p.m.?
No. I'm sure you're already aware, but the security here is incredibly
We just don't
tight.
have security cameras in the
Security
room.
cameras all over the stairs and corridors, along with the elevator and outside the door.
But not the
It's
room.
impossible to get in without getting noticed.
Ryuki, I checked the data in the security cameras. It's true that no one entered this room other than Tokiko. And no one left it either.
Oh.
Anyway, I need to report to the people at Nye's.
Very well. Please don't let anyone out of the building.
The audio in the video seems to be important and might spell out something in a sonogram, but I saw a cipher and got a lot of my mind-breaking vibe from it too, yeah. Well, it was like, oh gosh, what was it? It was something about a ghost. Like, man robs ghost or something, and it's just like, okay. But then there were words above that, so there's some kind of code, probably not meaning man robs ghost.
Got it.
But I'm so intrigued.
How did this happen?
If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself.
One thing is for sure. Ryuki, look around the room. No traces of blood.
In other words, Tokiko wasn't killed here.
The culprit must have been Terror. He killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought her right half here.
But how did he get in the room?
We don't know how he left either.
What if he's still in this room?
No, that's not possible. I checked with X-ray vision. No sign of anyone and no biological responses detected.
Then he had to have escaped somehow.
Probably down the
suspect
water,
the
maybe?
culprit's escape route and way in were the same. So, Ryuki, let's look into finding the escape route first. We should know how the culprit got in once we learn how they got out.
Okay, let's investigate.
I still can't believe that there's not, like, any security cameras
Before we begin,
in the
I
room.
want to point something out.
Uh-huh.
The side with the window is the south,
Okay.
and the waterfall is to the north.
I know that. Why are you mentioning it?
Shut your mouth! It'd be a pain in the ass if we didn't know which way was which. You should be grateful I told you.
Okay. Why are you angry?
Calm down, Tama.
Just zip it and get working, all right?
Virtual reality activation. Okay. So we got quite a few things to look at. Since we don't have a time limit, let's look at everything. It's a northwest statue. It's a wall. Okay. It's a
The room is
houseplant.
inorganic as a whole, so this really stands out.
Okay. Houseplant. Another wall. Southwest statue. But the water, you can't get through the window without standing in the water, and that's messy. That's true. Shattered glass doll. I don't think it's relevant. Wall.
Looks like the statue is made of iron.
This statue is made of iron. Okay, so that's some semblance of important. Houseplant. Nope. Noble X symbol. Another houseplant.
This statue is iron too.
Were the other two not? It's a wall. Waterfall. Water is flowing down. Zeph, don't worry. She is all right. It's front of the desk. Let me look at the corpse.
It's Tokiko's right half. Just like before, it's been severed at the molecular level. The body appears to have been cut with the same instrument, and she was also bisected while she was still alive.
In other words, it's highly likely that it was the same killer.
Very.
Yes, that's why I said Terror is probably the culprit. The estimated time of death is approximately 3 hours ago, which would be around 1900 today. That's when we were at Yoyagi Park.
Estimated time of death is around 19. The culprit believed to be Terror. Okay.
As I mentioned before, there are no traces of blood in the room. Not on this desk, the walls, or the floor.
Terror killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought the right half of her body to this room. But how?
Look for handprints on the window and footprints on the floors and walls. I don't know if he'll do that. It's expensive looking office
If you
chair.
spin this around, a secret staircase from the floor.
Won't appear.
Let's see, that was referencing something, but I don't know what. There are lights hanging from the ceiling. Okay. So we probably need X-ray mode.
Is this?
What is it?
Inside Tokiko's womb. There are traces of her having given birth.
What?
Though it wasn't recently. It has to have been more than 20 years ago.
Tokiko has a grown child?
Yes, but there are no records of this anywhere in her family register. She hasn't filed birth registration, and there aren't any records of it in any medical institutions in Japan.
So I wonder if that's, I'm spacing on the big guy's name, but we don't know his age. But like, could be 20.
Wait, what's this?
There are metal plates shaped like numbers embedded in the board at the front of the desk. So you're able to see them by using X-ray like this.
It's as if this was prepared just for us. Who would do something like this?
Tokiko probably.
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's focus on the investigation.
16 numbers in a diamond shape at the front of the desk. That has to do with something, right?
There's something embedded in the wall.
Looks like a phone.
It's a keypad for a pin code.
Oh.
But this frame is on there tight. It won't budge.
Maybe there's some way to move it.
Other side of the nipple X symbol. There's a device for entering a pin code behind the wall. Oh.
There's something in the floor.
Maybe it's a rail? It's embedded in the floor.
This is probably an electromagnetic rail. It extends from the corner of the statue toward the pond.
Interesting. And I can't make connections between victims other than the Nirvana thing, and that's not close enough to get an MO for why they're killed like that, right?
A hidden passageway behind
Like,
it?
I feel like we're still
Probably
very
not.
early on in here.
Looks like the wall behind this waterfall is made of tungsten. It's a
Tungsten?
material that blocks X-rays, so I'm not able to see anything beyond that wall.
They were prepared for us in more ways than one.
The same kind of rail is over here, too.
It's even going toward the same direction.
An electromagnetic rail under the floor. It stretches from the southeast statue towards the pond. There doesn't seem to be anything suspicious hidden in there. Because the fact that it's made of a specific material to block out X-rays. See, it doesn't seem to be anything suspicious hidden here. Probably not here either. Okay. There's a natural reaction to infrared light. There's a spot unnaturally producing heat. Is there? Oh! You can do thermo. Doesn't seem to be any suspicious heat sources. Yeah, the corpse is cold. Wow. I mean, I guess if it's been a few hours.
What's this? There's an arrow under the symbol.
And 7 squares, too.
If you detected it with thermo mode, does that mean it's emitting heat?
It must have a heating wire or something embedded in it.
There are 7 arrows and squares drawn under the non-nuple X symbol. Huh. Doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I wonder if that's the code that she was asking us for. Probably not. Oh!
There's something coming out of it.
It's an infrared laser. Normally it wouldn't be visible, even with thermo mode. But this place is full of water particles. Light hits the water particles and disperses, making it visible to the human eye.
The light is shining toward the southeast. It's crossing the pond in a diagonal line.
Infrared laser is emitting the northwest statue. Huh. And then it wants us to look at this one.
An infrared laser is coming out of the statue, too. It's crossing with that other beam.
Tungsten is very heavy.
This one's aimed to the northeast, huh?
Maybe. Or I'll trust you. Infrared laser is emitting the southwest statue from the north. Huh.
Alright, looks like we've investigated what we could for now. Now, let's get to solving the mystery.
How did the culprit get out of the room? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
I don't know if
So
that's...
let's begin.
I don't know if that's the important thing right now.
The first thing that comes to mind is that rail under the floor.
The electromagnetic rail.
The rail leads from the statue toward the pond.
Yeah,
Do you think the statue moves along the rail?
it's made of
Probably.
iron. So maybe it's pulled with an electromagnet.
It's probably operated with a remote control or something.
But I didn't find anything like that.
Then, please.
Summon remote.
Hello? Come out, remote. Where'd you go? I won't leave you alone anymore, so come on out.
Ryuki, are you okay?
Why do remotes go missing all the time? No matter how many times you find them, they vanish within seconds. I wasn't brought into this world just to look for remotes.
Let's calm down for a minute. You must have had a rough childhood.
Oh no.
Take a deep breath. We can forget about the remote for now.
Let's see. Okay, this is very suspicious. The only way that you'd even be able to see this is if you had all the sensors individually or had the device that had all that. Like the eyeball. That's true. Imagine if there was like a third one. Like a third eyeball out there. I'm not sure though. Think over.
What?
There's a saying that goes, faith will move mountains. If you put your heart into it, there's nothing you can't accomplish.
You know, I can discharge an electrical current directly into your brain.
I'm sorry. I'll take this seriously.
Mess around like that during the shoot, and I'll cook your brain with electricity.
Yeah, she has boing boing in her small form. I guess we'll use magnet.
Tama, do you have a magnet?
No, I don't. Besides, you can't move something like that with something as small as a portable magnet anyway.
Oh, true. Okay, so I guess we'll use voice.
Yes, you have no other choice.
Just wanted to see all the options.
Let's get right to it.
Wait, don't actually move it until we're shooting.
What do you mean?
I mean when we actually record this with the camera and complete the film.
Why are you like this?
Quiet! I'm the director, so you follow my instructions or I'll fire you.
So much personality. I like it.
This statue is the same as the one we saw earlier.
The underground rail leads toward the pond.
Which means...
Tilt building.
All right. Let's tilt this building somehow.
What?
Isn't it obvious? Objects move from high places to low places. If we make that statue's position higher, it'll naturally slide toward the pond.
Do you build an airport every time you need to go to the convenience store?
Okay, lubricate floor.
If you make the floor slippery, I'm sure it'll move on its own.
If that's your best idea, why don't I cover your whole body in motion and drag you?
Give up.
It's no good. Let's just give up.
Where's this coming from?
Well, there's this game I played a long time ago, and there was this part where you couldn't advance until you chose give up on the investigation.
And this is your best idea?
I wonder what that's in reference to. Use force.
Well, there's not much else we can do.
So, let's get right to it.
You little shit! Don't make me send you back to the green room, damn it!
Oh, right. We were still in rehearsal.
Tama, calm
I'm not
down.
supposed to move it until the shoot.
Yes, we don't want this important set to get damaged, right?
This is a set?
There was an input device behind this. You already know the numbers to enter, right?
No.
Even if I did, I would need to be able to move the frame.
That's not what I asked. Do you know the code or not?
I did not memorize it.
I need you to know the answer. If you can't even solve this, you don't deserve to call yourself a member of Abyss.
I'm sorry.
So, can you tell me the numbers? It should be 7 digits.
If I give you the wrong number, can I look at the area again? Because I did not commit that to memory.
What? Telling me you don't know?
No.
No, that's not what I meant.
Then spit it out already.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You quit screwing around.
There's 7
You
arrows.
saw the non-equal X symbol using thermal mode. didn't
Yeah.
you? And there were
Okay.
16 numbers arranged in a diamond shape.
Okay. So let me list that. So it's like 1 2 2 3 1 3 4 0 0 5 3 1 3 2 2 1. Okay.
You should be able to use those numbers to figure out the answer. Now, try again.
So... New nipple. Then it was... So, is it just 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1? Probably not. Probably not, no. No. No, 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 it wouldn't be that simple. So it'd be like 1, 4, 7, 9, 7. No, I got rid of the 1, 4, 7, 9, 7, 4, 1. Right? No? Yeah, 16 numbers placed in a diamond shape. Combining those. Wait, how'd you get that number? I'll try it. 2, 1, 9, 2. No, it's not that one. Oops. 16 numbers placed in diamond shape. Yeah. So, because I tried adding them in the row. Tama, how are we combining these? How do we turn 16 numbers into 7? From sitting, you add across the rows. That's what I did, and I didn't like it. 1, 4, 7, 7, 4, 1. Unless I like hit it wrong. No. Maybe it wants it the other way then. It's like 4, 6, 4, 4, 4,
Egg time.
6, 5. Egg time! Hi, Lisa, how you doing? I am being small brain today. 4, 6, 4, 4, 4, 6, 5? No? It's like, Tama, please. I'm on my 15 at work. Oh, nice. Try the other way. Oh, maybe. This puzzle sucks if you need a hint. Maybe just a little bit of a hint. I don't know if it being backwards would help, but I'll try that. Yeah, no. You're kind of were. Thank you. Here I am, just like, oh yeah, we just add these together, not thinking that like, oh yes, these are X's. Okay, so 4, 4, 9. Let me look at the thing again so that way I can see it in a good thing. Okay, so it was 4, 9, 4, 1, 4, 9, 5. Still got stuck in it for 20 minutes. Oh no. Thank you for the hint. I probably would have also been like, what the heck does it want from me? No, I did it wrong. What the heck? Okay. 4. 3 times 3 is 9. And then, oh wait, no. Since it has a 0, those would be zeros. Okay. 1901095.
Yep, good job. That's probably the answer.
Probably, since you're actually saying words at me now.
Probably.
I mean, it's not like I actually checked. I don't know whether those numbers are correct or not.
You have to multiple the lines vertically per column. It hurts my brain, right?
Okay, the rehearsal is now over. It's time to start.
Again, thank you for
ready?
helping me. You came at just the right time.
Okay, then I'm going to start filming. Ryuki, you're going to play the fleeing culprit this time.
Oh,
the one who
fleeing.
plays the right half of Tokiko's severed body here. You just finished a big job. You need to get out of here, fast. But if you leave the conventional way, you'll be spotted by the surveillance camera.
It's okay, Rocket. I was also feeling silly. Just like, what? This should be easy, right? Why isn't it telling me?
Same thing for when you entered, too. The culprit used some special method to get in and out of the room. Now, I want you to consider the situation, and whatever you might be feeling, use it for your performance.
Hey, is it really necessary to act?
Shut up! Okay, here we go. Ready? Action!
I'm the one who killed Tokiko Shigure. I brought the body here for some reason.
For some reason.
Now that I'm done here, I'm gonna leave.
Terrible acting as usual.
Give me a break.
Okay, what did the culprit do first to escape?
Well, there's that electromagnetic rail in the floor leading to the pond. It pulls the iron statue with magnetic force.
That is a good question, Rocket. I wonder. That's probably something to not like think about too much. But that is a valid concern.
The culprit probably used a remote control, but I can't find it, so I'll try forcing it. Something happened.
It's because it touched the infrared laser from the southwest statue.
Okay, so the statue was moved so it would hit the laser.
What did the culprit do next?
He must have also moved this statue with a remote.
Okay, go.
The statue begins moving via the electromagnets. The culprit grins maniacally, his plan in motion.
Oh no, he
Stop.
can't push it much further.
Can you not read the stage directions out loud? You're supposed to play the part of the culprit.
But what's the point of...
Don't talk back to the director! Don't make me throw a fucking ashtray at you!
Oh no! I need to hurry, or someone's gonna see me! Hurry! Hurry! Move already!
Good, Ryuki, that's it! That's the performance I wanted to see!
But like I said, the culprit probably had a remote.
It's fine. This scene is where we show the screaming of the culprit's tortured heart in monologue.
Alright. This statue reacted to the laser too. I see. So this is how it works. So I just need to enter the number from earlier, right? 4901095. There.
The way Tama acts makes me think they got a director and actor relations, but it's also a dom and sub relation too. Just a little bit. Right, Ryuki's trying his best.
Look, a hidden door.
It's more than a hidden door. It's an elevator. See? There's a button pointing down next to the door.
This is the highest floor of the building. Looks like this elevator is only for going down.
That makes sense.
Let's try pushing it.
Now we know Terror's escape route.
And the way he got in.
Terror used this elevator to bring Tokiko's right half into the room.
And he must have used the same method to get out.
The statue and non-Yipple X symbol must have been set up to return to their original positions automatically. Anyway, let's go down there.
It is still a huge security flaw that he didn't have a single camera in this room.
What is this place?
This place is huge. Oh my gosh.
It looks like we tunneled to the other side of the world.
You mean we're underground?
Yeah, more than 160 feet deep. Radio waves are completely cut off due to the depth. We can't connect to the network, so keep that in mind.
You need to stop using voice to text. It keeps messing up and it's too convenient. Right, I do the same thing with like swipe texting. It's super convenient, but it messes up so much. I estimated the depth by calculating the acceleration and the time spent in the elevator.
Anyway, let's start looking around. Maybe we'll find some sort of clue.
It's an elevator that goes 9,000 meters into the abyss and shoots you up and causes you to turn into a monster. No! Oh, I didn't hit the Tama in time. This is a place from the first dream. Wait, it is! Wait, can you tell me about you? Sure. I don't think this is the right time to go into your room, Tama.
Worried about money?
I want a bunch of money. I'll do that. That's right.
Talking about business.
My sales aren't increasing.
That must be rough. You want me to talk to Ryuki?
Sure.
I'm sure he'll buy your whole inventory.
Yeah. Do that for me. Thank you. Tama, why do you always talk about that kind of thing?
Tama, why do you always talk about that kind of thing?
What kind of thing? I want to hear you say it.
And of course, she leaves us. She leaves us mid-conversation. Yes, and you know why you can't dream of a place if you haven't gone there yet, right? Well, the first dream, we were playing as Mizuki, but we were going into Ryuki's mind. So there's gonna be some drama here! Does Santa really exist? I'm Santa. You become Santa. You become Santa. Down the chimney? It's gonna damage my Harry. Okay. X-ray the box.
It's mechanical.
Some sort of device, maybe?
Huh.
Can't you analyze it?
Not from here, no. At the very least, it doesn't seem to be explosives or poison gas.
You mean it's safe to open?
Probably.
I don't know, it's a box for an organization. They called it the cathedral, if I remember right. Ah.
This is kind of creepy.
Maybe it's a
Does give off the
pedestal for performing
vibes.
some sort of ritual.
Like offering a sacrifice.
It's not an ironing board, that's for sure.
Tokiko, she said Nyes isn't a religious group, but This is clearly...
It's definitely got some cold vibes going on.
Absolutely. Oh gosh.
A nice symbol here,
It's so
too.
huge.
The non-nuple X.
Non-nuple X is here. Burning torches. Thick pillar holding up the ceiling. Okay, I guess we just gotta open up Pandora's box.
There was a strange device inside.
Strange device in the box. Strange device inside. Seems some sort of sacrificial pedestal. Okay, there's something we haven't looked at then.
Sand is coming down from above.
Looks like the ceiling has degraded. I hope it doesn't come down on us.
Haha. Haha. Now it's time to open Pandora's box.
Don't tell me you're going to open it.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Why not?
Well, just a hunch.
It should be fine. You said it's safe to open.
I did add probably.
Still, we can't just not check it.
You can't get the treasure unless you lay the dragon, huh?
There's so much wrong with
Please
that
do not.
statement.
Please do
But
not
yes,
lay me.
That's the idea.
Please do not.
What was that sound?
Ryuki, a biological signal has been detected. They're somewhere close.
What the?
Why do they look like a hologram?
Why do you look like that?
What do you mean?
Anyway,
Okay, have fun at work, Lisa.
Freeze!
Hopefully it goes by nicely. Oh no.
What is this?
They're doing something to specifically impede their progress. It has to be someone who knows about the Cyclops killings, right? Oh gosh.
There's another one!
Damn it.
Control down.
Hey! I said stop!
Oh. Ryuki! Farewell? What do you mean, farewell?
Boss! I apologize for yesterday!
What happened?
Ryuki, we wouldn't need police if an apology solved everything. I know you're doing your best on this investigation. Nevertheless, your screw-up yesterday really cost us. The investigation hasn't been proceeding like we hoped.
I'll make up for it! Please, give me another chance.
This reminds me of something. My daughter's been begging me not to decrease her allowance when she gets bad grades.
Man. Come on, help me, Mario.
Ryuki, let me give you some good advice. Squint your eyes and stand back 6 feet, and the mosaic will disappear.
What kind of advice is that?
Oh, that looks like a police officer. Okay. I'm motivated.
It's all right now, because I am here. Half might.
Excuse me?
What I'm trying to say is, I'm motivated, so please let me stay on this case. I'll solve this case no matter what it takes. In fact, I'm the only one who can.
Look, you realize it was that kind of gung-ho attitude that led you to making that mistake yesterday, right? I understand you want to distinguish yourself, but you're biting off more than you can chew.
But I can't just stop now.
Right?
I should be able to handle this better than anyone.
Ryuki, boss is right. You're getting too impatient. Your life isn't over because of one little slip-up. More importantly, you need to accept your faults and learn from mistakes.
True. I want to see what's in the wink sink.
I thought you were a bit more capable than this, Ryuki. I mean, I got chewed out by my higher-ups, too. After work tonight, I'm going to my favorite host club and popping every champagne bottle in there.
Oh, God. I was so worried about her serious face. And then it's just like, I'ma get drunk. About your daughter.
Your daughter? I'm still not used to hearing that.
Oh? Well, I guess it's true that I don't give off a maternal image. I haven't done anything motherly at all, really. My daughter just turned 18 last year, but she pretty much grew up all on her own.
18? She's older than I thought.
You wouldn't think it looking at this figure, huh? She's a grown woman now. She's capable of handling her business. Unlike a certain someone who gets overeager and screws up big time.
I wonder who her daughter is. We might know her already.
Nothing other than what you already know. Oh, right, there is some news about the case.
Oh?
It has an official name now. The half-body serial killings. But that's pretty long, so we've just been calling it the HB case.
Ah.
The HB case.
Now you know how the media is. You don't solve this quick and they might end up calling you the half-brain investigator.
Yeah.
So you better start getting things done, Ryuki.
Man, you really messed up.
I understand your enthusiasm, Ryuki. So I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself. I want you to continue investigating this case.
Thank you!
But I need you to follow orders from above.
Orders from above?
Above?
What do you mean?
It's official. Kuruto Ryuki, you're being demoted to a police officer.
What?
This is for yesterday's fiasco.
Wait, you mean like a normal cop? That's terrible! That's way too harsh!
Oh no.
However, I'll give you 3 days. If you can resolve the case within that time, I'll take back your punishment and you won't be demoted.
3 days?
Ryuki, we should look at this in a positive light. We can continue the investigation, and if we can solve it in 3 days, you can avoid demotion.
It's impossible. We barely made any progress. How can I solve the case in 3 days?
Ryuki.
Demoted? Me? I'd rather be a bum on the street than a disgraced cop.
Ryuki!
Oh, and the communication system still hasn't been fixed. So any data Tama obtains can't be uploaded to the cloud yet. So just like I said before, Tama's data will be lost if her body is damaged. Be careful. You seem completely out of it.
Ryuki.
It really has to be something from the inside if they're able to mess with the cloud data. And also being able to hide their identity
Okay,
like
Ryuki?
that.
Yeah. I think the scenery helped me calm down a bit. But to think... demoted. Me.
You still have 3 days. If you can solve the case by then...
It's impossible. I can't believe I was told this today, of all days.
About today.
Today was the day I lost my other half.
I pulled out a broken watch from my pocket.
I had a younger twin brother. He had a strong sense of justice. Whenever he saw evil, he would stand up to it, face it head on, no matter what. That's just the kind of guy he was. His dream was to become a detective and help bring all the dangerous criminals in Japan to justice. My brother and I were really close, and we hung out all the time. It was like he was another me. But on that day, 6 years ago, my brother and I were in the city, and we happened to see a wanted criminal. I called the police right away, but the culprit tried to flee on a big trailer truck. He was about to get away, so my brother tried to stop him, and he ended up in front of it, and he got run over, crushed half his body.
So
this is the watch he was wearing. His time has been frozen since, and I lost my other half. My brother died 6 years ago, on February 13th. Today was the day. But I guess there's no point in me telling you all this. You already know my entire history.
it's very interesting because I think I had like some semblance of an idea of a twin when we were in his somnium. But that was a different cause of death. Huh. Anyway, I hate that criminal.
I hate the criminal that killed my brother. I wish I could catch him and rip him to pieces. And not just him. I hate them all. All the evil in this world. I hate it all.
Then, are you really going to give up now? If you give up, the evil wins. Miyuki, isn't there something you should be doing for your brother? Think about it.
Yeah, you're right, Tama. Thanks for reminding me of my promise to him. I'll become a hero of justice. That's why I decided to carry on his dream and be a police officer. If I fall into the bottom, I just need to crawl my way back up.
That's why I keep quoting
I can't let it get to me now.
Why I became a sinker.
The reason I became a sinker at Abyss was so I could encounter the more vicious criminals. The foul, immoral kind that evade the law. Sinkers dig deep into their hearts and make them pay. That's my idea of a hero. I lost something of mine in order to become a sinker. One of my eyes. I had to extract my eye to become a sinker.
So you could transplant an AI ball. Me.
The surgery was last summer. Right after I was assigned to Abyss.
Okay.
Yes, so you and I have known each other for about half a year now.
I've lost many things along the way, but thanks to you going into my left eye, I feel like a lot of that emptiness has been filled.
Ryuki.
Tama, as long as you're with me, I can keep going.
Okay, so you don't have to have a traumatic event and lose your eye to get the eye buzz. You can just have it extracted in surgery. Okay, so that answered the question from earlier.
No, I have to keep going. For my brother, I'm going to catch the HB killer.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's time to pull myself together and get back to the investigation. So, got any new intel?
What?
I'm sorry. Do you have any new information for me, please, ma'am?
Yes, I do. I looked into Chikara Horidori some more and came across something fishy. Also, I found something interesting about Shoma.
Okay. So, what about Shoma?
The location indicated in the hidden message in BATS 490 was a research institute. That's what Shoma said, right?
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't Horidori Institute. I read through a ton of speculation threads online, and none of them mentioned Horidori Institute.
Then where was it, really?
I don't know. All I know for sure is it wasn't Horidori Institute.
Then that means Shoma lied. I have to talk to him. Where's Shoma now?
I don't know. It looks like he turned his smartphone off. But we do have a lead. Remember what Komeiji said?
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too. He's almost in middle school and he still comes here by himself all the time.
Ferris wheel? The one on the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Okay, so he'll be there this time. Huh. About Chikara.
Chikara was doing some dubious research in the past.
His current research is pretty dubious too.
Happy
Rewriting
Chikara.
DNA to achieve immortality.
It was even more questionable than that. Rumors say there were even human experiments involved.
Human experiments?
Anyway, word moves fast, and the research institute was temporarily shut down. This happened 9 years ago. During that time, Chikara went missing for a bit to avoid being investigated.
But what about the current institute?
It was reopened after things had settled down. Of course, that required a massive amount of funds, which was provided by Riichi Chieda. Kizuna Chieda's father.
Okay. Also, I need to... Oh, I was gonna check something, but I can't while I'm streaming. Back is Thomas still be doing lewd? Yeah, just a little bit. Who is Riichi Chieda?
Riichi Chieda is an extremely wealthy investor.
I would have guessed by the name
He's rich enough to be on the
Riichi.
list of the world's most wealthy people. He's involved in a wide range of business ventures and holds many different titles. Investor, philanthropist, the founder of the Chieda Foundation, a university professor emeritus, and national goodwill ambassador. And after all that, he also became the chairman of a social welfare corporation, Iowan.
Iowan?
It's an orphanage. Seems that's where he is now.
Ah. Interesting. Oh, and I don't know if you were, you probably were BRB'd while this information came out, but Ryuki has a twin brother who is dead, who died 6 years ago today, got ran over by a car, and that's the biggest news. There's other news, but that was the biggest.
Wait.
Oh.
Before we go, you have a call from Iris.
Oh, Iris? Iris!
Oh, Ryuki? There's something I wanted to tell you about the case.
What is it?
Well, I'm sorry. Recording is about to start, so I can't really get
Iris,
into it right
please
now.
don't get cut in
Will
half.
you be able to visit Lemniscate later?
Lemniscate, the talent agency Iris belongs to.
Iris, please.
The building also has a small recording studio.
All right, I'll see you there later.
Iris.
Okay, thank you.
Iris, please. Please do not get cut in half, please. I'm
Our
worried.
destinations are decided for now, but...
Iowan, Misatan, and the third is Lemniscate.
There's one more place I'd like to go. Marble in Golden Yokocho.
Ah, Mama the informant.
Oh,
You suspect she might know something.
she's got a little
That's right.
fancy little
Then let's get
headpiece.
Yeah, let's go.
Interesting. Okay. I want to see Mama. Give me Mama. Yuki literally has no chance of staying sane, losing a twin brother, and now this, right? Mama! I was worried I wasn't gonna see you. And you guys are here too. Oh, she's not feeling.
Oh, Ryuki, honey, welcome.
Hello.
It's been so long.
I assume.
Sorry, Mama, but I'm not here as a customer today. I was wondering if you knew anything about the case.
Do you mean the HB case?
Yeah. Mame and Gen are here.
But they're acting strange. They're both quiet, turned away from each other.
Interesting. Oh, a little Tama. What parts do you like? Parts? What are parts? Parts. Parts? Yeah, parts. Out of place artificial. Oh? Oh. Okay. Let me look up. Crystal skulls might be it, but let me look up what the other things are. Pyramid Eye tablet. That gave me a Yu-Gi-Oh card. So I don't know about that one. Costa Rica Soneball? Did they typo that? Yeah, that's supposed to be Stoneball, I think. But those... Oh, I like how round they are, though. Mechanismos tone. I'm mispronouncing that. Oh wait, that's slightly different. Theron. Do I want the rock orbs or do I want the crystal skull? Let me look up what the crystal skull looks like again. Crystal skull. I guess I maybe should specify ooh part. That is also a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'll go with the round balls of rock. The rock orbs. Wanna play soccer-y? Probably not with rocks. Yeah, you goober balls are supposed to be round. Well, they were rocks. They were perfectly round rocks. Hi, Amame. Are you upset? Well, what happened? Ah, a sumo wrestler.
Who are you calling a sumo wrestler?
Not you, Mama. Not you, Mama. No. Not you. Are you upset? What happened? Excuse me. Ah, a forest nymph.
Huh? Where?
She likes nymphs. Iris has already gotten cut in half at your waist width. That's true. Don't get cut in half the other way, Iris. Crystal balls?
Is that a crystal ball?
Yes, these are my big milky balls.
Milky.
Balls?
Oh, but I'm not talking about testicles, honey.
Yeah, I know.
I started telling fortunes as a side business, and believe it or not, I actually gained the ability to hear them. Voices from other dimensions.
Other dimensions?
Yes. One day, I was suddenly gifted with the power. I suppose it's more accurate to call it a seance than fortune-telling.
They both sound pretty fishy.
You're just going to pretend you're hearing voices, aren't you?
No, I'm completely serious. I mean, I don't even remember what happens while hearing the voices. Oh, why don't we give it a try? I could ask about the HB case. You might believe me if you see it in person.
No, it's okay.
No need to be so modest. It'll be free of charge.
Yeah, that can help us. Balmom.
I've been wondering this for a long time. Who are you really, Mama?
Me? I'm just your ordinary, everyday homoerotic connoisseur.
Yeah. I'm very curious about the new outfit. But about the case.
Well, here's what I know.
I asked Mama what she knew about the case, but unfortunately there wasn't any new or useful information.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you this time.
Oh.
No, it's fine. Just typical detective work. Gotta earn my pay.
Grandma hears voices. She's going nuts, right? Ask her to perform the seance.
And let me ask the Milky Balls.
Why are they milky?
Can you stop calling them that?
They're purple. If they were white, I would.
Set of balls. Who is the most beautiful in all the land? That is Mama, of course. Oh my, you flatterer.
That's not even what I wanted to ask.
And the answer is completely wrong.
Oh, don't be mean, Tama.
It was just a joke.
I figured.
She's warming them up.
Now, let's try this for real. Oh, great set of milky white balls. I need
They're
you to give
purple.
me some clues for an investigation. One
Can't
after
give
another,
anything.
victims have been torn in half in these half-body murders. Where can we find the key to exposing the culprit? Face. A hidden face. The true face, as yet unrevealed to all. That is where the answer is hidden. Huh? Did I just say something?
Sir.
I told you, I black out during
You
these
heard Mama.
seances. Don't remember a thing.
Well, you heard Mama. It's again, he's facing away and there's tension in the air. It's a precious book. The spine says anyone can become a necromancer.
Ryuki, you ever do stuff on a bar counter before?
Like what?
You know, something that starts with S.
Solitaire.
I don't think so.
Really? Well, I've served customers here before.
Wow.
Our bottles lined up on the counter. Let's count how many there are. There are bottles and glasses on the shelves. Did you count the number of bottles? But nothing happens. What a waste of time. The writing is all over the back. Painting that's been up since the bar opened. It has supposedly a gift from a regular here. An occult poster on the wall. Flyer on the wall. Okay, anything else? Well, I didn't expect to spend that much. Menu is written on the
Specialty
blackboard.
sucks. No double dipping. Huh. Entrance exam pajama paradance.
It's a movie about crashing an entrance exam in pajamas and doing the para dance.
Para para? Yes, I've played solitaire at a bar. I have not. Hidden Face, the gal in the mask we saw in the docks, or the big dude. Yeah, one or the two. About the Hidden Face.
Let's see. The first thing that comes to mind is...
Gen's face.
I like
hidden
how
under
she
his
looked
mask,
directly at Gen.
But he's sensitive about it. It's not something I can just ask.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's hard to say if this is really related to the case or not.
The only other thing I can think of is... Ah! Jin Furaway.
Huh?
It might also apply to Jin.
But Jin's face is well known.
Yeah, it's not like he hides it.
It's true that photos of his face have been all over the place, but he's never actually gone out in public in person.
Not even once?
Not even once.
It's not because he's shy, is it?
If that were the case, his photos wouldn't be out there either. I've heard he's an extreme narcissist. He circulates all those pictures himself.
By the way, Mama, what's up with those two?
Well, the thing is, they had a bit of a differing of opinion.
What do you mean?
No, Mama. The problem is Genny's total lack of common sense.
My lack of common sense? Are you sure you're not talking about yourself? You sound like a stupid person right now.
What? You're the one who sounds stupid.
Gen!
You probably couldn't even beat the first question of the All-American Ultra Quiz.
A mommy.
Wait. What is this argument even about?
Well, we're having a disagreement.
All right, you jerk. Why don't we get a neutral third party and ask them?
That's what happened.
So we came to Marble to get Mama's opinion, and that's where we're at.
But when I gave my input, it only made things more complicated.
I know. Now that Ryuki's here, let's see what he thinks.
Yeah, then we'll know for sure who's right.
Okay.
So, question time.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
What's the name of the island where the Statue of Liberty in New York is located?
Liberty Island, Ellis Island, I don't know. It's Ellis Island, right?
That's right.
Yay!
You too? Are you serious?
That's ridiculous. It can't be. The Statue of Liberty is definitely on Liberty Island.
No, it's true that the Statue of Liberty is on Ellis Island. I mean, there's no such thing as Liberty Island anyway.
I don't believe this. Something is off here.
Tama, what do you think?
Of course it's Ellis Island. This is common knowledge. Look, I just looked it up online. Now do you see? The Statue of Liberty is located on Ellis Island.
Also, hello, Bailey.
As
How
you
you
can
doing?
see here, there's no such island as Liberty Island.
I'm sorry, Gen. Mame is right.
I wonder if I answered the wrong way. If it would be the opposite. Huh. Lover's Quarrel. I don't know if it's Lover's Quarrel. We don't know how old Gen is. We know that Mame is graduating here soon, but we don't know how old Gen is.
Impossible.
Normally in fortune telling, you only need one balsam on the house too, just to make the lewd joke. Yeah, I think so. But I mean, from the comment that I didn't respond to earlier, I think Mama was like pretty lewd in the first one. She kept being like, "So, Date, do you want to do things?"
See?
Anyway, they've been butting heads about the location of the Statue of Liberty this whole time. But it looks like they finally came to a conclusion.
I see. If you all say so, I must be the one who's wrong. I'm sorry, Amame. I was mistaken.
As long as you understand now, that's good enough for me. Everyone makes mistakes.
Wait, did he? I don't think he called her that. Yeah, I just see Mame, which is her, the little Amame.
I need to get to work soon, so I'm heading out.
I'll stick around for a bit longer.
Okay, then I'll see you three later.
So now we need to question Gen.
What about your restaurant, Gen?
Maybe.
I closed up shop for the day.
Oh.
I couldn't acquire any ingredients I was satisfied with.
Really? Closed for a reason like that?
It's really important to me. It would be rude to serve mediocre dishes to my customers. I think I'll go to the warehouse district at the harbor after this.
Fair enough.
I thought I could watch the waves and think up new dishes.
I need to look in your mind.
What do I do? What in the world should I do?
It's Mama. She's lovingly polishing 2 crystal balls. Okay, about Mame.
Amame and I go way back. There are times when we have arguments over little things like you saw earlier. We're basically family at this point. So if anything ever happened to her, I would do everything I could to help. I believe that I have to protect her, no matter what.
What if Matsushita Diner takes your customers?
I'm not worried about that in the slightest. Ota from Matsushita Diner doesn't understand the first thing about the true essence of cooking.
To the warehouse district at the harbor?
Yes, I love that place. I can watch the ocean in silence with no one around.
Except for the corpse.
I find it very soothing.
Because I think the corpse is still there.
For some reason, Date seems to go there often as well.
Because of the corpse. About Mr.
I have
Date.
been very close with Date for some time. He often stops by Brahmin before coming here to drink. I trust him. There are only 3 people who weren't afraid of me the first time they saw me. Date, Amame, and Leon.
You know Leon too?
Yes, he's a regular at Brahmin as well. Leon just wandered in one day while Date was there. They hit it off right away and had quite a lively discussion. I joined them after closing up for the day, and the 3 of us drank until morning.
Huh. That's an interesting group. I can't imagine what you 3 would talk about.
Probably porno mags or something.
Probably.
What are they, teenagers?
Oh, we talk a lot about porno mags.
About your
Putting
mask.
Date, Amame, and Leon aside, my appearance makes most people uncomfortable. But if I didn't wear this mask, I would scare them even more.
If I recall, your face has a congenital condition.
Yes.
I want to
Would
see.
you like to see?
What?
Yeah.
My face.
Yeah. Show us your face.
No, you don't have to if you don't want to. Not that I'm trying to avoid it or anything.
I said that, but to be honest, a part of me wanted to see. Not out of curiosity, but because of Mama's words from earlier.
Face. A hidden face. The true face, as yet unrevealed to all. That is where the answer is hidden.
We're gonna x-ray? That's kind of rude. Oh gosh, I dropped a lot of frames. Hopefully I'm okay. I just look over and I see that I've dropped 3,000 frames. It's like, I see. Gordon Ramsay will cook with great value brands if he can get away with it. Yes, there's a difference between processed and fresh foods, but normally brands or cuts don't matter. Yeah, that's true. I think I remember, and it's just like, great value brands are like pretty similar. I think they like go through a slightly different process, but like it's very minimal. I think anyway.
I don't believe it.
Oh. I could clearly see Gen's skull, but it didn't seem like the answer to solving the case was hidden there. Poor guy?
No point in staying here much longer.
Yes, let's move on.
Well, Gen, Mama, I'll be going now.
Very well. Please take care.
Stop by to get a break from work every once in a while.
Okay. Now that I know that you're actually here, Mama. Let's see. Let's go to the garden, I guess. I just wanted to see Mama first. Oh, hi.
Huh? Ryuki, why are you here?
To question people for the investigation. Why are you two here?
Kizzy comes here to play with the kids sometimes. She really loves kids. Yes, I find it quite soothing, and it energizes me. I'm just tagging along.
That makes sense. Mizuki could probably fit in with the kids pretty good.
I feel like I just got insulted. Mind if I kick your ass? Big Sis is quite popular with the children here. She played with them often when she was still living with Mr. Date as well.
Man, it still blows my mind that that's Amelie. I think we asked you this last time, but why do you call Mizuki Big Sis?
We did not get much of a chance to speak yesterday. For various reasons, I have been living with another girl since I was 9 years old.
Another girl? Not your relative?
No, we were not related by blood. We were the same age, but I referred to her as Big Sis. She was so beautiful, collected, and dependable. She was the spitting image of an older sister. There is something about Mizuki that reminds me of her.
I see. Beautiful and collected, huh?
Why does that look in your eyes offend me so much right now?
Is she not with you anymore?
When she turned 15, she was adopted. So, we do not live together any longer.
Huh. Interesting. You're close with Mr. Date, right?
Indeed. We have been quite close. Some time ago, when I nearly got in trouble with some delinquents in town, Mr. Date saved me. Since then, I have been showing my gratitude with home-cooked meals, or booking a hotel room for him if he is unable to go home for whatever reason. Like when we got in a big fight and I kicked him out. As we continue to interact, we have come to form a sort of mutually beneficial relationship.
You must like Mr. Date, Kizuna.
Yes, but merely as a friend.
She was pretty direct about it.
Yep. That old vibrating bed of a man would never be a viable romantic candidate.
Vibrating bed of a man? Oh my gosh. About the questioning.
You mentioned you were questioning people. Is someone here related to the case?
I'm here to talk to your father, Mr. Riichi Chieda.
What? My father?
Yeah, I heard he's here.
He is, though I believe he is currently in a meeting.
I see. Then I guess I'll wait until he's done.
She does have a very interesting way of talking. I wonder if that's going to be explained. How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here.
Ryuki.
Half-mite.
What?
Ryuki.
You just seemed kind of quiet, so I thought maybe you weren't feeling well.
But I'm always like this. Though, now that you mention it, I guess my old leg wound is bothering me a bit.
Oh no.
Wait, where are you looking, perv?
Your leg.
Huh? You brought it up. By the way, is that a bullet wound?
Yeah.
Technically, I was looking at her jacket.
No, not really. It's from when I got shot by the new Cyclops killer. But I think the pain I felt inside was worse. Now I'll be scarred forever because of that bastard.
Mm-hmm. And now Date just has his face. Booking a hotel room for Date sounds kind of sus to me, right? Oh no. Shouldn't you be in school?
School's closed because of the flu.
Oh.
We won't have classes for a while.
Then aren't you supposed to stay at home?
A certain freeloader is at home all the time because he's on vacation. It was so annoying. I had to get outside.
She must mean Mr. Date.
Young girls have wills of their own.
That's true. Okay. What are you looking at?
Oh, nothing. Being here takes me back.
To when you fought those bullies? Oh, hi, sir.
So what is it you wish to discuss?
Father.
And who is this?
Mr. Ryuki from the police. He is investigating the HB case.
Your voice is familiar.
I see.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Kuruto Ryuki from the Metropolitan Police Department. May I ask you some questions?
That's fine, but I don't have much time. I would appreciate it if you're quick about it.
I feel like you're. Let me check on my Tamagotchi first. What track and field event do you like? Why are you asking me this one again? The shortest one. He sounds. Is that the same voice actor as Snake? I can't remember his name. But the guy from Critical Role? You're Mr. Richie Chieda, I presume.
Indeed I am.
An investor and founder of the Chieda Foundation. You're also the chief director of ION and a major shareholder of Horadori Institute of Genetics, is that right?
And all of that has kept me quite busy. So, you already know all that about me. What more do you want me to say?
This guy's a piece of work.
He sounds so familiar.
He obviously doesn't respect us.
I mean, he is one of the wealthiest people on Earth. A police officer is probably like an aunt to him.
At Date's apartment, who's the freeloader? I think she did mention when we visited her at Matsushita Diner that like she's basically paying the rent and utilities. She just took the house from Date. Do you know about the case?
Of course I know about it. One of the victims was from the research institute I invest in. I've suffered heavy losses because of it. It was quite the aggravating incident. As a citizen, I would like the police to resolve this problem as quickly as possible. Before they waste any more of our taxes, that is.
Ugh.
Matt Mercer, the buff dude. No, the, not Matt Mercer. But the guy that was voicing Snake in 999. Because I think that's him. Because I don't think it's Liam O'Brien. But like it's sounding very familiar to me. Also, I looked it up. And Gin, the like big guy with the mask that we were just talking with, is voiced by ProZD. About Jin.
Jin Furroway. You mean the first victim? Of course I know of him. In fact, anyone involved in finance couldn't avoid knowing him.
Were you close with him at all?
Not particularly.
I checked. He and Jin had practically no contact with each other.
Okay. About Tokiko.
Who's that?
The president of NICE Japan.
NICE? I'm not familiar. I've never even heard of it.
Or maybe it's not him. I don't know. His voice just sounds very familiar to me. About your relationship with Chikara.
Well, he is the director of the research institute I'm funding.
Haha, he's dead
or maybe
now.
I should say was.
Yeah.
Either way, that was the extent of our relationship.
He was quite, well, an eccentric individual.
And I only invested in his work. I don't care what his personality was like. It doesn't concern me as long as it doesn't affect his job.
Was there any work-related trouble?
Not at all. You seem to be searching for a motive for me to kill Chikara. However, I gain nothing from his death. I have suffered nothing but losses because of this incident. In other words, I am a victim as well. And you suspect me of all people. The police in this country continue to prove their own uselessness.
Seriously, what is up with this guy?
Right, he's being very defensive.
If only he didn't have so much authority, we could pin something on him and book him.
Well, hold on now.
These Animal Crossing socks are very nice. I am jealous. I don't even know what the Animal Crossing socks look like. Yeah, I know the voice actor too. I just can't place it. This guy's the same voice as Shido from Persona 5. Shido. I'm trying to remember which one that was. Let me see. Oh, Mr. Worldwide. I was like, who is this man? Man, who is this voice actor? Keith Silverstein. What else do I know you from? Probably from a few different things. The jerk face, yeah. Okay, so it's not who I was thinking it was. Okay, that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Actually, it's been happening a whole lot. Let me see. Oh, he's Torbjorn. Obviously not doing the Torbjorn voice. Let me see. The voice is somebody from Danganronpa. But yeah, I was totally off. Huh. Okay, anyway. So far, everyone, or at least most people you sing to with have died. Yeah. Almost. The big guy we haven't. About Chikara.
I understand you are the majority shareholder of Horodori Institute. As the de facto owner of the Research Institute, I'm sure you must know of its origins and insider information.
What are you trying to say?
Explain the information about Chikara that Tama, dubious research that he'd been conducting after the rumors of human experiments and that his research facility was forced to shut down 9 years ago. 9 years. Huh. Okay, I'm probably gonna leave my thingy lurking because I'm super tired from work I did today. Okay. Have fun lurking. Hopefully you get some good rest. Along with the fact that Chikara disappeared in order to avoid being investigated, and that the current research institute was built after the heat from that incident had settled down.
Did you know all of this?
I did.
You provided the capital required to rebuild the research institute, did you not?
Yes.
Why did you decide to fund it?
The gene therapy research that was being led by Chikara. That research had a great deal of value and potential. Even with all the advancements in this day and age, there are many people who are still suffering from incurable diseases. Not to mention all of the children who can't live a normal life due to the illnesses they were born with. I have seen the suffering of so many people, precious to me. Chikara's research had the potential to help all of those people. It brought hope to humanity itself. It's certainly true that his personality and past weren't without issues, and I won't deny that the research faced criticism due to its radical nature. Still, if it can help alleviate the suffering of so many people, I wanted to put my support behind it. In other words, I invested in the future that Research Institute could bring us.
Tama, is there anyone in Mr. Chiyoda's family that has an incurable disease?
No, and of course, he doesn't have one himself either. His only daughter is completely healthy, and his wife, Kizuna's mother, passed away long ago.
Okay. Do you have an alibi?
What were you doing 2 days ago? February 11th, around 8 p.m., and on February 9th at 6 a.m.
What is that supposed to be? Confirming my alibi?
Yes, well, it's only a formality.
I See, the police have no problem wasting people's time. Well, fine. 2 days ago, I was having dinner with the Federation of Economic Organizations in Ginza. I was on a business trip on the 9th, and I stayed at a hotel in Kyoto.
Tama?
I just checked. He's telling the truth. He was spotted on surveillance cameras in each location.
That slow turn.
What is it?
No, it's just... Is this your first time here?
Kizzy's invited me a bunch of times before.
Big Sis is very popular among the children, and she is great at keeping them entertained.
I'm not as good as you, Kizzy.
I see. Feel free to come back anytime. Any friend of Kizuna is welcome here.
Reiki, I just looked into Iowan.
Meant to say this in stream, but instead wrote it out to someone else on a completely different side. I think I'm very tired. Oh no! But I look forward to the stream tomorrow, but my friend might want to do MHR, so I may be streaming when you are.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We're just gonna be doing some art, so it'll just be chill vibes. If you are streaming when I am done, though, I will probably raid you. Although I don't know if you will be, because it'll probably be like late at night. I don't know. We'll see.
I came across some interesting information. 23 years ago, a child in their care went missing.
You cracked your door, Saka. Oh no! You need to stop running into that thing. Also, welcome back.
What?
Oh, oops.
The child was 6 at the time. His name was Uru Somazuki. It was reported extensively, but he still hasn't been found.
I'm winner. I guess so. Both of you, Susu, I won't raid you first. I guess we'll see who raids who. About Uru Somazuki. It's Kizuna, it's Mizuki. Okay.
Mr. Chieda, there's one more thing I'd like to ask.
What is it?
It's about Uru Somazuki. You remember him, don't you?
Yes. I will never forget. The Iowan missing child. That's what the media called it back then. Was it a kidnapping or an accident? The case was never solved. And the child is still missing to this day. What a painful memory. It makes my heart ache.
I guess you did win against the door.
As the chairman, I take full responsibility. But wouldn't you agree that the police should take most of the blame? After mobilizing so many investigators, they weren't able to find a single clue.
What do you think, Tama?
He has some personality issues, but he doesn't seem like an evil monster. It doesn't seem like he's lying either. Though it is concerning that so many mysterious incidents have been happening around him.
It really is.
Are we done here? We've wasted enough time, I think. I'll be going now.
Oh, man.
Father! Please, let me marry your daughter!
I see. Read the room,
I swear
Leon.
I'll give her a good life. I swear it to the heavens! So please, please, give me permission to marry your daughter.
Kizuna, I'll be coming home late again tonight.
Yes. Goodbye, Father.
Wait! Please don't ignore me!
Kizuna, who is this?
A stranger.
Oh, wait. We met at Matsushina Diner 2 days ago.
You're that unemployed guy, Leon, right? Did you go to the unemployment office?
I'm gonna go tomorrow.
That's a no.
In other words, you're a leech on society.
I've never sucked anyone's blood.
I don't think he was being literal.
No job, no education, no manners. Not to mention, you're drinking in the middle of the day.
Oh, but this is non-alcoholic.
And you dare call me father? To put it frankly, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole.
How rude! I'm a human being, thank you very much. And I am not a pole vaulter.
In any case, stay away from my daughter. Though it's not like she would give you the time of day anyway.
Man, I kind of feel bad for him. Is the orphanage more like the ones from Promised Neverlands where the kids? No. No, I think it's a proper orphanage. I don't think it's a farm.
Kizzy's dad must be really busy.
I don't think that was the issue.
Looks like he's feeling down, but his core remains undamaged.
Mizuki? About Leon.
That guy from Matsushita Diner is kind of a weirdo, isn't he?
Right in front of him.
He doesn't seem like a bad person, but...
About Mr. Chieda.
I've been here before, but this was my first time meeting Mr. Chieda. Though...
So stupid, I fear for his future, right? Like, I feel like he has, like, the himbo energy, but he's missing something. About Mr. Chieda.
That is how my father always is. Mr. Ryuki, is my father related to the case somehow?
It's still hard to say.
I see.
About Leon.
He has been following me around since we met at Matsushita Diner 2 days ago.
Oh, jeez.
Considering how persistent he is, I may have to deal with him as a cop.
Oh, actually, he was so persistent that I allowed him to consider us friends for the time being.
Seems like this girl's problematic in her own way.
Oh no. We meet again. I mean, if one kid goes missing, that's just an accident, but if multiple go missing, it's a pattern, yeah.
Oh, it's you again. You seem to show up wherever I go. Maybe we're connected somehow. Not that I want to be connected with the dude.
If you hang out with people for a certain period of time, you act like them. So if I hang out with rich people, do I become rich? I guess it depends at what level. Like, you, in a weird roundabout way, maybe. But I feel like you would have to get like really close on them, like have to get in their good graces, and to the point where they'll like tell their other rich friends about you. But like that could be your get rich quick scheme. But Mizuki.
Ah, you were at Matsushita Diner too, weren't you?
Oh.
Yeah? Why?
Wait. What's this called again? Rendezvous?
Deja vu.
No, that's not it. Flirtily.
What the hell is this guy talking about?
I have no idea.
What is a flirtily?
I almost have it. It's right at the back of my uvula.
Can I choke slam him?
Oh my gosh. Or just make a gacha game. Yeah, that too. You gotta have a gacha with either handsome men or cute girls. It depends on which demographic you want to go for. About Kizuna.
As you know, I met Kizzy 2 days ago at Matsushita Diner. When I saw her, it was love at first sight. I tried to get her attention. When Kizzy left the diner, I followed her. When she boarded a train, I spent all my money to get on the same one. When she went in the girls' bathroom, I followed her.
Ryuki, cuff it.
Yep.
But decided not to go inside.
Oh man.
Even though she kept ignoring me, I never gave up trying to talk to her. And finally, in Yoyagi Park, she acknowledged me. Kizzy finally decided to accept my love.
I told him it was acceptable to be strictly friends.
So, you gave in?
You set a bad precedent there.
Yep.
However, I believe you promised you would be more serious about your job search. I do not associate with those who do not work, let alone be friends with them.
Yeah, but I was here yesterday, so...
It was indeed helpful of you to play with the children. However, that does not conclude your promise to me.
I'm sorry.
I feel like we're destined to be together, Kizzy. I want to stay by your side.
Oh no. Destined?
My name. Lien is spelled L-I-E-N. In French, Lien means bond, just like Kizuna means bond in Japanese. Well, how about it? That's destiny, right?
Sounds like a bit of a stretch.
I agree.
Man.
I totally crashed and burned today. All because this thing caused a misunderstanding.
That wasn't the issue.
Meeting the parents is a once-in-a-lifetime event. I wanted to calm my nerves a bit, but I'm definitely gonna get his approval next
I need to see the label on that can.
That's some real positive thinking.
Huh, damn
I'm
right.
worried.
If you aren't in it to win it, you've already lost.
Maybe you could learn something from him, Ryuki.
Don't even suggest it.
But I was basically told that I'm useless just 3 days ago.
There
I'd say it doesn't sting after hearing it so many times.
are X's on it. I feel like it's Lemniscate related. Key, it's spelled key. What happened 3 days ago?
Remember how I said I got fired from my cleaning job? The place I worked was Horadori Institute.
What?
I actually used to be a thief.
Oh no.
I was so good at lockpicking, they called me the master of unlocking. I used my skills to borrow valuables. Many times. I've gone clean, of course. I got arrested, did my time, and I haven't stolen anything since. I was so stupid back then. And I honestly regret it from the bottom of my heart. But Chikara Horadori, the director, found out about my criminal record, and he fired me. He told me, a person who falls to those depths can never rise again. Damn it. It's just not fair. I've been working hard since I got out of jail. That's why I was like that back at the diner, by the way. To be honest, I was debating whether I should just kill myself.
Oh, don't.
That's when an angel appeared before me.
Me?
That's right, Kizzy. You. I felt saved. I wanted to give it my all and live again. You saved my life.
Lien, please tell me one thing.
Anything!
You have not stolen a single thing since you were released?
Yeah, I don't know why Chikara's built like that, but now he's built like half of that.
Yeah. Of course I haven't.
So you haven't used your lockpicking skills either?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, hold on. Don't tell me you broke into someone's house.
No, that's not wrong, but it's wrong. It's true that I opened a lock and broke in somewhere, but I wasn't committing a crime.
Then what were you doing? I need to look at my Tamagotchi real quick before I question you. Oh, you're asking me the same questions. Man. Get on the UFO. Amazing jump parry, almost as much as Mizuki. Ask about the break-in. He forgot his keys to his house. I hope it's that case.
The thing is, last night...
Last night?
You broke into a house?
No, not a house. I guess I have to say it. I broke in to Horadori Institute.
What?
Oh, but like I said, it wasn't a crime. It was for an investigation. I was helping the police.
The police?
Strange. I didn't hear anything about that.
Maybe it was unrelated to the HB case.
Maybe.
The goal was to get inside the hidden room inside Horadori Institute. But in the end, we didn't find anything. So I didn't take anything either.
Please believe me.
Wait. Who asked you to do this investigation?
I can't tell you that. It's supposed to be a secret.
But you told us what you did.
Secret? You just told us the whole thing.
Anyway, I just want you to know I didn't do anything illegal. At all.
Very well. I will trust you, Lien.
Oh, thank you. You really are an angel, Kizzy.
Got stuck in a window and got
Oh,
arrested.
crap. I forgot to mention something important. I should have said this earlier, Kizzy. The order was supposed to be the other way around, but here it goes.
Are you gonna ask to marry her? Yep.
Kizzy, please marry me.
Is that food?
Wait a minute. Is that?
I hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass
Oh, it's a glass slipper.
someday. That's my dream.
It's 2 glass slippers,
Not
I
an
think.
engagement ring, but an engagement shoe.
I bought them using my entire life savings. Please, accept.
I
Oh no.
cannot accept that. We would need to have a relationship for an adequate amount of time first.
What?
Kizzy?
You mean you'll date me?
No, that is not what I meant by relationship. I meant that we would need to spend time together as friends.
How long? How long? Hey, how long would we need to be friends?
Well, 5 years. No, perhaps 6. If after 6 years you still feel the same way, then...
Okay, got it. Then I'll take good care of this for 6 years.
What? Seriously? What if you lose them? Or break them?
Well, then he loses his chance.
I have a good idea.
Oh?
That would prove his worth. Oh, we're
There.
burying them at the tree?
I put the glass slippers in there, and the letters. I wrote out how I feel now in one of the letters, and in the other...
I have written how I currently feel in that letter.
Huh.
This is a time capsule.
Those are-
We'll bury it here, then dig it out 6 years
That
from
is
now.
not-
If you still feel the same way as what's written in the letters
That
in
is
6
not gonna
years.
stay there, I don't think.
Then you'll accept the shoes. Right, Kizzy?
We're on a playground.
Yes, then, perhaps.
A kid is gonna...
You know, that is kinda romantic.
I didn't know you had this sort of side to you, Ryuki.
Okay.
I can
burying
imagine
now.
it. And then Leon dies because the game devs hate us, right?
I can't wait. 6 years.
6 years is a pretty long time. You sure you're still gonna feel the same way?
Of course. My love is eternally undying.
Picked many locks, but I was helping someone get keys out of a locked car into their house after locking themselves out. Nothing illegal except for accident one. I dropped eggs off in thinking it was my auntie's car, and the second time I thought it was a friend's car. Oh no! Oh no! Although, to be honest, I feel like lockpicking would be a good skill to know, like specifically for situations where you're locked out of your house or your car. Yeah, that box ain't staying. Neither is Kizuna, apparently. Oh, she's...
Kizuna,
There
what's
are
wrong?
still kids here,
Oh,
and you're gonna
that
perform.
again.
What?
You know how dogs pee when they get excited? It's kinda like that.
I don't get it.
Just watch.
Let us begin.
Is it gonna be the same
Start
song?
the music.
Is it gonna be the same or different song? I think it's the same song. Sounds it.
and gum on my way to the station. The crowd squeezes out my frustration, and now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom. Now I hear my friend got herself a boyfriend. They're going out for barbecue on the weekend. I see all of their smiles in their pics online. Wait, why is this making me?
Oh, his little face. It's gonna vanish and show up in Canada, right? Lockpicking is a very good skill. Oh. It's a very good skill, but it makes you look suspicious when you're too good at it. I can imagine. Kamen Rider pose. What a nerd. Oh. Oh.
I thought so 2 days ago, too. You really are good at dancing, Kizuna.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was seriously amazing.
Well, I need to get going now.
Yeah, see you later.
Have a nice day.
Good luck with the investigation.
Good luck with your love life.
Casually locks Pig's doors, hiding government secrets with little effort. Right. Leon. It's Kizuna. Okay. Let's go to the department store, I suppose. See if the kid is there. This is my first time.
Oh, Mr. Ryuki.
Oh, hey.
What are you doing here? Here to see me on stage, perhaps?
No.
Sorry, but I won't be performing today.
Good.
He isn't.
Actually, I'm here to talk to Shoma.
To Shoma?
Yeah. Just you know. Oh. Honestly, the half himbo seems very nice, but he's too stupid to keep himself out of trouble. I don't think he's surviving this
Why am I on
out.
a Ferris wheel
Yeah.
with you?
Aren't you having fun?
I would be if you weren't here.
Ryuki, Shoma is actually responding to the conversation this time.
Oh, that's true.
This is proof that the chastity belt of his heart is loose. If you shove yourself in there,
Tama!
it just might open up.
Tama!
Could you please not phrase it like that?
Stop! Why is the window flashing? I can see the cityscape out of this window. Your robot is really cool.
That robot you showed me the other day was really cool. If you're that skilled, I'm sure you've gotten offers from lots of companies.
Not really. I'm nothing special. I'm just really into robots.
But even an amateur can tell that robot was filled with impressive technology, and the one-wheel design is beautiful.
Well, I knew it had to run on one wheel for sure. It was really hard getting the self-stabilization feature working with the one-wheel design. Like, major electronics companies make one-wheel robots to show off their advanced tech.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what's really great about my robot is its load capacity. It doesn't look like it, but it can easily carry up to 45 pounds.
45?
And I want to upgrade it more so it can carry double that.
Nice!
I see.
I know you don't really care.
I do!
Looks like it won't go the way it did last time.
I guess flattery won't get us anywhere.
Well, because you don't sound as interested. In the past one, you're just like, robot! And this one is just like, yeah, Dude, Tom. Right, I hope not. Tama needs to calm down. Why did you lie?
What lie?
You said the hidden message in Bats 490 pointed to Horodori Institute, but that's not true, is it? Can you tell me why you lied? And where the actual location is?
Truth is, I never decoded it.
What?
I wanted everyone to think that I did. I wanted the attention, so I lied.
Well, that makes sense.
Are we done now? Don't talk to me anymore.
That got a reaction. He's probably lying right now. His chastity belt wasn't loose after all.
Tama, please.
If you're going to say it that way, you at least have to add the "of his heart" part. Anyway, I guess I'll have to talk about something else to get him to loosen up.
Okay, about Mizuki.
I told you before. She's just a classmate. We're not friends, and I don't know much about her. Supposedly, she's attending school from her house near the harbor. But I guess her permanent address is in our school district or something. That's why she goes to the same school as me.
So you do know a lot about her.
No! That doesn't mean anything! Not like I'm even slightly interested in that Uggo.
Well,
It's not like I like her or anything.
Is a kid, huh?
Baka. About Komeji.
I don't want to talk about my dad. I
Understandable.
told you before. I don't even want to think about him.
Let's hope that Tama doesn't say anything bad, right? Hopefully it'll just be like these little ones, but still I'm just like, Tama, please.
Will you cut it out already? I don't want to talk about my dad.
I don't want to talk about him either, but that's my only option.
I already told you. I hate him. Happy now? I hate him so much, I didn't even want to say it out loud.
But you were with him earlier.
I was here alone at first. Then Dad came. He wanted to make up.
Make up?
Dad and I are fighting. I ran away from home yesterday.
You ran away from home?
Is that why you wanted me to leave the door unlocked? Tama, no, she won't get Zeb because this is a part of the game. Yeah. It's part of the game and it's only there for like a few seconds. But it just keeps happening and I'm like, jeez, Tama, stop! What are you fighting about?
My friends made fun of me.
How is that related to your dad?
Because it's my dad's fault for being so pathetic.
I really hope Tama doesn't say a very big no word. Show that I like Mizuki, right?
Pull yourself together. Show me how cool you can be on TV. That's what I said to my dad. Then
I bring smiles to the audience. If I can do that, I don't care if I get mocked. That's what it means to be an entertainer.
When he said that, I blurted out, "That's why Mom got sick of you and left."
Oh.
Dad turned bright red, and...
Then why don't you just leave too?
Oh.
That's why I left the house.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hate your dad that much.
Do you think I could like someone like him?
No.
A stupid old comedian who gets clowned on all the time. He barely ever goes on TV either. And when he does, it's always some ridiculous thing like getting piping hot Odin shoved into his mouth. The day after he goes on air, I always get made fun of by my friends. I hate it. I'm sick and tired of it.
I'm sorry, Shoma. Why do we have to keep going down this line? Sure you don't actually like your dad?
I told you, I hate him. Everything about him. I hate how much he drinks and how he acts so cocky and stubborn when he's drunk. He talks about all these big dreams that he can never achieve. When he sobers up, he remembers what he did when he was drunk and squirms under the blankets. Isn't that sad? It makes me hate him even more. The way his nose hair is always sticking out, the way he wipes his face with sanitary napkins, his stupid, awful singing in the bathtub. Everything about him is creepy, awful, and pathetic. I hate him.
For hating someone so much, he sure pays him a lot of attention.
They say there's a fine line between love and hate.
It's no good. Shoma won't open up no matter what I bring up.
Well, yeah,
Looks like we won't get through with the Orthodox method.
Because we made him talk about his dad. They were having a fight.
That means...
We'll have to try our luck with his father.
I don't know if his dad is gonna give much more. I love how we're just in the Ferris wheel.
Boy, I'm glad you invited me on the Ferris wheel too. Thank you.
Our objective is still to unlock Shoma's chastity belt.
Tama, please.
Still going on with that?
It would be tough to question Komeiji about tricky subjects if Shoma was nearby. That's why you invited him here, right?
Yeah, but...
Now that I think about it, we rode this Ferris wheel together 2 days ago. Well, Mr. Ryuki, it seems like your investigation is going around in circles.
I like her laugh. Her laugh is really cute.
So, what is it you wanted to talk about? If it's about the case, there isn't much else to say.
So... Why are you wearing the stage outfit when you're not performing today?
This is the only outfit I have right now. I actually have another set of personal clothes, but I ruined those 2 days ago.
Oh.
This bow tie, I'll be fine as long as I have this.
Just takes it from him.
Isn't it nice?
Shoma bought it for you, didn't he?
That's right. Even if I only have one set of clothes. I can wear this or take it off depending on how I'm feeling, and wow. It's as if I changed into a completely different outfit.
Not really.
Yeah.
Oops, it would be terrible if I lost it, so I'd better put it back on.
Fine line between love and hate, and a finer line between lust and fear.
Time,
oh no.
Shoma chose it for me so I could really shine on stage. When I wear it, it feels like Shoma is cheering me on. It gives me strength. It's my most precious treasure.
Let's see. How about yourself,
I
Komechi?
used to be a real big shot back when I was known as the Quiz King. Remember?
A big shot.
I gotta laugh out of me. Like I said, he just needs better material. Yeah.
But I let it get to my head, and as soon as I became a comedian, things flipped completely. There was no hope for me to move up in the world. My wife got sick of me and left. I've been raising my boy alone ever since. And yet...
And yet? Do you regret becoming a comedian?
Not at all. I'm proud of being a comedian. At the same time, I'm not proud of my lack of success. I put Shoma through so much hardship. It's inexcusable.
About his lie. Not really. It's not like taking off glasses, yeah. With some people, you take off the glasses and it's like, that is a different person. I remember when I was rigging Bailey's model, I like made the glasses invisible as like, I was gonna have that as a toggle, and I was like, this looks weird. About Shoma's lie. After some careful consideration, I told Mr. Komeji that it's highly likely Shoma lied about the message hidden in Bats 490.
Shoma lied?
Yes.
I see. I don't know much about that hidden message thing, but Shoma is a good boy. He wouldn't lie for no reason. I know that's not that convincing coming from his father, but he must have had a reason to lie.
Like what? How can I get the truth from Shoma?
I have no idea. I can't really talk to him right now myself.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware, but I got in an argument with Shoma yesterday.
What is that?
Shoma made it for me when he was little,
Aww.
but yesterday he ripped it up and threw it away. It was really important to me.
Aww.
I want to make up, but he...
It must be difficult considering how things are now.
It's all my fault. The argument only happened in the first place because of my lack of success.
I'm wanting to have a glasses toggle too. I think that would go nice with dresser jacket.
Mr.
Yeah.
Ryuki, there is something I'd like to talk to you about.
What is it?
No, never mind. Please forget it.
What was that about?
It sounded like you wanted to tell me something important.
Because the thing is with Bailey, I gave her the like jacket toggle, because it was just like this is neat. She didn't ask for it, but it was just like,
It's just a really easy little thing to toggle on and off.
And I did have the glasses one at first, but I was just like,
I don't know.
I still do have the parameter for it, so if Bailey wanted to set that up herself, she could.
Hey Ryuki, why don't you try wink syncing with him?
Yeah, I'll try taking a peek.
Let's look inside your head after I look at my Tamagotchi. What phenomenon do you like?
You're asking me the same questions! Poltergeist. Man, I would think they would have had more questions. Are there drum rolls whenever he pulls something off of his jacket or off? Just imagine he's like going to like take a bath and it's just Actually, I don't think I would want to imagine that.
Ryuki, it's probably dangerous to be standing.
Hey, asshole. I know you're in there. Deadline on the payment passed a long time ago. Drop it up, you bastard.
Ooh.
It's the loan sharks again. A different set of guys came by yesterday and the day before that. I've been borrowing from so many different places, I don't know who's who anymore.
Oh no.
Anyway, what am I supposed to do? I can't talk to the police about it.
So he's borrowed money from a lot of people.
He must have been in real trouble if he even got involved with loan sharks.
But why can't he talk to the police about it?
Don't tell me.
Supposedly he has connection to the Yakuza.
Oh.
Word is he's involved in some dangerous transactions.
So we gotta talk to Moma now.
Kameji, you wouldn't happen to be struggling with debt, would you?
What? How did you...
I knew it.
That's what you wanted to tell me, right? Why can't you get the police involved? Is it because you're buying and selling on the black market?
What are you talking about? I would never do something like that.
Unless... I tried asking Kameji more questions, but no matter how... Pardon me, how much I questioned him, he didn't admit to any involvement with the Yakuza. In the end, I was unable to find any clues leading to the key of Shoma's heart.
Huh. Shoma isn't here. Where did that boy run off to? We still haven't made up. I'm sorry, Mr. Ryuki. I need to go find Shoma now. So, well, bye for now. Excuse me.
Okay.
Meiji and Shoma, huh? It's clear that they're both hiding something. Even if we chase them down and asked again, we'd get the same result.
I guess we have no choice. Let's go somewhere else for now.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, might as well. Buying and selling what now? Square skulls? Right. Okay, now we go to Lemnis Gate. He's buying some square fruit.
Ryuki, we just finished recording.
Oh, hi, Ota's here, and also Moma. Convenient.
Oh, good timing. But why are these two here?
I just happened to be here by chance.
Oh yeah, and totally not because she's here.
Me too. I'm here completely by coincidence.
Totally different reason than Ota, obviously.
Okay then. So, what is it you wanted to tell me about the case?
Yeah, about that.
Who the hell is that?
I'm really glad that she's not in half right now. Put some heckin' feet on. Put some heckin' shoes on your feet.
Talk about sketchy.
Maybe someone from the talent agency?
I don't know. I couldn't see their face, so it's hard to say.
Seems dangerous, but I'll put my life on the line to protect Tess. I mean Iris. So, don't you worry.
Me too.
Oh gosh, there's so much. There's so much to do.
Whoa, there's a weird bug here.
Wait, is there?
You're right. I've never seen it before.
What did he eat? The square devil fruit? Maybe. It's a plant. Or whatever square fruits in Sonic Adventure 2 in the Chow Garden. Or just any of the Chow fruits. Various magazines are displayed.
Steal it for me later.
Oh.
Tessa, would you stand on that stool over there?
What? Why?
Ota. There are high stools around the table. Various magazines are displayed on the magazine rack. Vending machine selling drinks.
Maybe I'll put a monitor that big in our office too.
That might be a good idea.
What would you watch?
Obviously, testicle videos. Yeah,
testicle videos.
That sounds really icky, Moma.
You already made him dig his own grave, Tessa. So rude. Hey, let's go to Tommy together.
What? What are you talking about, Ryuki?
No, I was just suddenly overcome with an inexplicable urge to go to a Tommy.
Look, I'm gonna save. Let's go to Atami.
Forget the investigation. I'm going to a Tommy with her. I've already made up my mind. Don't try to stop me.
I've gotta.
Did you take crazy pills this morning or something? There's a receptionist sitting behind the desk.
Atami.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm joking?
Atami.
Ryuki, please. I have a bad feeling about this.
Atami.
Now, let's go to a Tommy together!
Okay.
Bye! I took her hand and ran out of Lemnis Gate, leaving Tama behind. Let's see what we get for this one. Defend a new love bridges for you, but she's in a mask and I'm not sure if she's here. Hi. Thus the case came to a close without being resolved. Goodbye, life as a police officer. Hello, Atami. Shows a prefecture. I began my new life as a staff member at an inn here at a hot springs district. The end. We did it! Oh my gosh. Flowchart will allow you to check the flow of the story in the pressure point. Oh no, do I have to go back? Oh no. Do I have to? Okay, good. I don't have to start from the beginning. Stop playing the current investigation. Yes, we're going back. I've returned. I'm having Wi-Fi issues, so I'll come back. Hopefully your internet calms down. What did it do? We went to a Tommy with the receptionist.
Oh, good. But why are the...
I just have... Me too.
There you go. There's the skip dialogue button. Okay. So we're not going to a Tommy. Hello.
Wow, what a total hottie.
Thank you.
What?
Oh, this is perfect. I was just starting to get bored. Come on, let's have a chat, cutie. A little tete-a-tete.
A tete-a-tete.
Sorry. I have no idea what you're saying.
Oh, and your voice is super mega hot too.
Oh my gosh.
Hottie for a thottie. Slide into my DMs anytime, King.
I'm here to ask some questions for an investigation.
Wait, you're with the police? Are you friends with Date by any chance?
Oh my gosh.
He's my superior.
Oh my god, it's such a small world. Crazy.
I know, it's crazy,
Why
right?
is this woman a receptionist?
Likely a decision made by the company president.
Yeah.
Mizuki?
It's okay. You don't have to say it. You want to rub these soft things, don't you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, fine. Just for a bit, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Here you go.
I moved over to the receptionist and began vigorously rubbing both of her earlobes. They were softer than I expected.
Ryuki, what are you doing?
When I returned to where I was, Iris was looking at me as though I was the scum of the earth. The receptionist told me though. Okay, no Atami. Hi, Moma. Why are you here?
I told you it was a coincidence. For some reason, A-Set's recording schedule happened to be in my PC.
Oh, just happened
I figured
to
it was
be.
a cyber attack by a rival gang, so I came here to scout things out just in case.
That's a huge stretch.
He was probably just waiting for her.
Thanks for everything, Mr. Kumakura. Shopping!
Cart, Mart, Tessa!
Gaming!
Bite, Sprite, Tessa!
Account!
Shit! Collect Tessa!
It's the brand new star of the net world, Tessa, also known as ASET. You bet.
Imagine if it was Iris. Connected without service. Why doesn't my phone want to connect to a different network? Oh no! Why are you here, Ota?
I told you, I just happened to be here. I just so happened to know Tessa's recording schedule, and I thought she might be thirsty after recording, so I got her a drink.
In other words, he was waiting for her.
Thanks for everything, Ota. Fire!
Hot, Tessa!
Shipping!
Great, Tessa!
Airplanes!
Height, flight, Tessa!
It's the brand new star of the net world, Tessa, also known as ASET. You bet.
Anyway, it's Ota. It's Mama. He looks extremely out of place here. What is it? Oh,
Do, re, mi.
Sofa!
Nerds. Look a wooden pony. Your mask is upside down. Are you going to the shoot? Can I help you? Look, a wooden pony.
Where?
Okay. What is it that you wanted to tell me? Oh, was she thirsty or were you? Don't be creepy. You have a restaurant to run. What is it you wanted to tell me?
2 days ago, we were talking about the people who went missing after seeing Bats 490. Well, the same thing started happening with the people who saw the QR code video.
Oh no.
What?
I read about it online this morning. Many people have gone missing since seeing that video. Rumors say that the missing people are being rounded up in one location, and they're all getting murdered.
Oh no. Well,
You there.
I haven't gone missing.
Is what you just said true?
Huh? Yeah.
Who the hell are you? Don't get one step closer.
That's right. What are you trying to do to Tessa?
Sorry to bother you.
And they're gone.
What was that all about?
Very interesting.
About our discussion.
Oh, right.
Did someone you know go missing or something?
No, it's not that.
Going into the Spears program, or the Sears program. The Sears.
It's just a rumor I found online.
Tama, how many people have gone missing lately?
About 1,700 people have gone missing this week. It isn't particularly higher than usual.
There's something paranormal going on in the HB case after all. Like half a corpse teleporting from another world.
Yeah, she really does not have shoes.
And people going missing after watching a video. There has to be some sort of supernatural phenomenon happening.
Which, like, I don't even know how she got, like, let into
Tessa.
the building.
The occult are involved with the HB case for sure.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, Nyes is a part of all of this, right?
Where did you hear that?
It's all over the internet. Nyes is a big proponent of the simulation theory. Oh, and I didn't know this a few months ago. I learned all this recently. If you think about that theory being correct, the case makes a lot more sense.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams.
Oh, is that where the Sears program is? No, I thought you were talking about, like, a reward system for the retail store Sears, and I was like, what? Wait. Oh, what do you think?
I'm no expert on paranormal and occult stuff, but I know one thing for sure, so I gotta warn you. You should back out of this investigation.
What do you mean?
I don't know much about that Nyes group, but
There's definitely a real dangerous organization involved in all this. If you get too deep, you might end up dead. Word's spreading in the underground. If the cops investigate any further, they'll make them disappear. Seems like the rich and powerful from all over the world are involved in this too. You piss them off, who knows what they'll do to you?
Rich and powerful. Could Mr. Sajima be involved in this too?
Sajima?
You mean the former politician guy?
Yes, so Sajima. Oh, but don't worry about it. I just saw him recently, so he popped into my head is all.
Wait, you met with So?
Yeah?
Why?
Because he invited me to his house.
For what reason?
He said he happened upon my videos online and thought they were interesting or something like that.
Are you okay?
He didn't do anything, did he?
Not at all. We just talked for a bit.
Yeah, because you know, there's that relationship thing.
Her father.
Oh right. Yeah, we didn't share that information with her. After the new Cyclops serial killing, Sojijima's life as a politician ended. However, what So did wasn't technically illegal, so he hasn't been arrested or charged. He still has tons of money. He may not be a politician anymore, but he still holds tons of power.
Or the fact that he was involved in the murder of her real mother, Monica.
Yeah, the people around her have been protecting her from that information.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Iris doesn't really watch the news either. But in any case, the media hasn't found out Iris is Monica's daughter.
Okay. In the true ending, he was alive. I kind of forgot about that too. But yeah, he's just not a politician anymore. Let's see, anything more from you? No, okay. About simulation theory.
The simulation theory is probably true. There's even proof.
Proof?
Take a look at this.
Ota pulled out several photos from his pocket and handed them to me.
Doesn't this remind you of something? Like those nameless mob characters that show up in video games.
Oh.
You know they reuse assets to lower production costs.
No. This is probably just some sort of coincidence.
Like some synchronicity type thing? But there's more photographic proof.
Synchronicity?
In a nutshell, they're basically meaningful coincidences. For example, when you talk about someone and they just so happen to show up in front of you. Or when you hear the same word over and over from a bunch of different people. That kind of synchronicity.
I see.
It's supposed to mean that there's a message behind it.
A message from who?
Well, someone.
Why do you just have this on hand? Right, why do you have these pictures? I would understand if you pulled this up on your phone, but you just have these printed out. About the other photos.
Do you still think it's a coincidence after seeing this? If you consider this stuff that can't be explained by science as a glitch in the simulated world.
It can't be.
Calm down, Ryuki. These are obviously doctored photos.
Yeah, you're right.
See, about the paranormal and simulation theory.
I just thought of something listening to Ota. You can explain any paranormal phenomenon using the simulation theory. UFOs, UMAs, ghosts, superpowers.
UMAs?
If this world is a simulation, they'd all be possible.
What is an UMA?
Yeah, whether it's a glitch or alterations made on purpose. Whatever it is, it would all make sense.
Now, let's get going. For all that talking we did, we didn't get much useful information here.
Yeah.
We might have.
But something has been bothering me. I'll keep what I heard here in mind, just in case.
Oh man, I was hoping that we could do a wing sync before we left, but I missed my chance.
We didn't get anything useful for the case.
There are some things that I've been thinking about, though. The biggest one being...
The goal was to get inside the hidden room inside Horodori Institute. But in the end, we didn't find anything.
hidden room inside Horadori Institute?
We have to look into this. After hearing about something like that.
Well, I suppose so.
So...
Alright, our next destination is?
Yeah, Horadori Institute.
Oh, we're just heading right there, huh? Okay. Whose dead body are we finding today, fellas?
No one here.
Huh.
It's past business hours, so they probably all left.
That is weird that they let
the
us
lights are on.
in.
Maybe someone forgot to turn them off?
Well, I guess we're
The
policemen,
entrance
so.
wasn't locked too.
I think someone forgot to lock it.
There weren't any guards around.
Must be on vacation.
No, fine. I'm sorry, okay? Yes, you're right. Something is clearly wrong.
It's as if someone is inviting us inside.
Right.
A trap, maybe?
For who? And why? No one could have known we were coming here.
Then maybe it's
body
for
is
welcoming
half
someone other than us.
Well, I think we just heard a body.
Ryuki, living organism detected. They're alone.
They must be hiding somewhere.
Right, check for the himbo. We need to look at our Tamagotchi first. What ability do you want? You know what? We'll go with time control this time. Did you? You're another Hitomi. We just had a Hitomi. Okay, I guess we gotta try for another one. Goodbye, Hitomi. What do you think of eyeballs? Depends on if they're in a head. Scary. Onitaro's dad isn't scary. Okay. If we get Hitomi again, I'll have you Eggies answer these questions. X-ray.
There you are.
Hey! I know you're there!
Komeji?
Come on out!
What are you doing here?
Kameji.
What is he doing here?
Answer definitely. Don't show love to this one now. I'm just answering the questions honestly. Why are you here? Why are you here?
Who knows? I don't even know myself. Before I knew it, I found myself here. Maybe my brain is messed up from all the drinking.
Did you find Shoma? Did you find Shoma?
Yes. I think he's at home right now.
You are lying through your teeth.
He's obviously hiding the real reason he's here. Now, how to make him talk?
He may be hiding something on his person. Let's find out.
Did you unlock the entrance? Did you unlock the entrance?
What do you mean? It was unlocked when I got here.
Is that?
Why does he have that? Kameji, what are you hiding in your pocket there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's no use trying to hide it. What you have there, it's a pistol, isn't it? Kameji, can you please tell me what's going on?
Moving my hands into quick time position. Yeah, I was able to dodge a mouse. Why you slide like that? Oh gosh.
completely hysterical. We won't be able to talk to him like this, and we can't wing sync either.
We're only left with one.
Just chop him.
Ryuki.
Knock him
sync
out.
with him.
We absolutely need to sync. He's out for blood and it's not funny. Not the mouse. Oh, hi, boss. Nice of you to join us today.
Alright, I think I get the picture.
Komeiji was in Horodori Institute for some reason, and he even had a gun on him.
So, you want to find out why?
That's right.
Okay, the preparations are complete. Let's get right to it then.
And then once we're in sync, we will find somebody to read.
Ryuki, I'm sure you already know this, but the time limit inside Somnium is...
6 minutes. I know.
Okay. Then let's begin.
It's a kid, something happened to him. Maybe. I don't know. The kid has... He has something to do with this institute. Because he told us to go there. Even though that wasn't the actual answer. And now his dad was there. It's the boss. Is she in the right body? Oh my gosh, Tama!
Tama win for a 5th week in a row and take the seat of Grand Champion? Stand-up show veteran, Tama! Hey yo, I'm Tama!
What is this?
They say giving birth is extremely painful and men can't handle the pain. One day, a genius scientist created a device that could share the pain of giving birth with the father. His first test subject was his wife. His wife was about to give birth, so he decided to try out the device. But for some reason, he felt no pain. Something wrong with the equipment? He upped the power to 10%, then 20%, until he reached 100%, right when she gave birth. And right after that, his assistant right next to him dropped dead from pain. Tama, 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 hot tamale!
Aww. Hot tamale!
Well, what's the result?
143! Too bad. No grand champion for you.
Aww.
Why?
That wasn't funny at all. I think you're more suited for an assistant director position.
Hey, assistant directors are the directors of the future. Don't underestimate me.
Andy's Komeiji, on the street.
Shut up! What is it now?
She did a better job than Komeiji.
Komeiji? Let's go.
What if Tama starts talking like Walter White?
Today we'll be walking around an area that's truly memorable to me. There just aren't rooftop amusement parks like this anymore, you know?
A walk-around comedy show with Andy's Komeiji. I didn't know he was on one of those.
He isn't. This is just his dream. Dream in both senses of the word. It's his dream to have a show like this.
His dream
It's
is
kind of pathetic.
pretty literal.
Tama, what are you holding in your hand?
What is this? A sketchbook?
Well, anyway, we will...
For sketch comedies.
Komeiji stumbling over his words. The sketchbook is a cue card. Tama,
Oh.
you're an assistant director now. You should send him a message using the cue card. This calls for... Say something funny. You gotta break through to him.
I never intended on being an assistant director. But fine.
His
Say
face is
something
the same
funny?
aspect ratio.
What do you mean?
Oh no. Oh. At this point, I guess we have no choice.
What does that mean?
That's...
What's going on?
Ryuki, we need to do our thing.
Right. Do it, Tama.
Make him say but. Just make him say. It was delayed. Two. Wait. Oh. Interesting. There's 2 spaces for 4 and 3. Find out what Endes Komeiji is hiding. In this world inundated with Yonehara's ideals, find out the truth and get information on what he is hiding. Okay.
Let's start there. If we're gonna talk about Andes Komeiji, we can't miss that place.
Let's follow him.
Okay then.
It's my show, so how about I go to the next filming location so the staff knows where it is, then the crew chases me. Huh. I see. Ooh. The track is pretty neat.
But we gotta save this for next time.
And then, man, we don't even have the time. We have 11 minutes until our little Eggy.
But that's okay. So, let's go ahead and go over here. And then we can find somebody to raid. Let's see, who is streaming right now? Let's see. Alma! We haven't raided Alma. We haven't raided Alma in so long. Let's see, what's she doing? She's doing art, right? I think she's doing art.
Oh, it's... Man, I thought playing it in a little preview would show what she's doing.
But yeah, she's doing some art. So let's do that, and then...
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I didn't even think of what to do. It was the raid message. We'll just do Nirvana raid. Maybe. Or no, half off raid. Because I think that'll be funny.
Okay. So there is the raid message. We will all be saying hello to Amma. We haven't seen her in like a week or so. But yes, thank you everybody for showing up today. Tomorrow we will be doing some art. I haven't decided what to do. Probably be working on a commission that or just sketching. Who knows? And then we will continue this on Wednesday. I had to figure out how my week's going on. But yes, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what all we get. But yes, I will see you guys all later. I don't know where my energy is. I am all over the place today. But yes, I will see you. Monster Girls art. Yes. Alma with the very good art and getting stick bugged. I will see you guys. Bye. 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 Bye.